We're still crooked.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Faith, Family, and Sports. Not Papa. Tonight, we're not doing sports. We're going to talk more about faith and family. So, buckle up. This is different for us, doing a live like this. See if anybody comes in. Well, I'm waiting for it to show that we're live.
We've put the kids to bed.
Some of the kids.
Some of them, not half of them.
Two out of five.
2 out of 5 we've put to bed. This light gives me this square right here of
So you can put your makeup on.
oil.
That's why you need your makeup.
I got it on.
Oh, okay. We have a viewer.
We have
It's
one
me.
viewer. You.
I am a viewer. Just so I can read comments if anybody else comes on. Oh, so we have 3 now. Or something. Say hello if you're here, guys.
So we know you're on it. This is a little bit different of a video. Most of the time when we made the channel, we said we were going to do family, faith, and sports. We've done a lot of sports.
Mostly.
Or mostly, probably 90% sports.
At least.
And have not done anything about the family, what we're doing, and things like that. And we want to branch out in
This is one video that we've been wanting to do for a while. It's just
we just haven't done
you know how life is. It's hectic. So I thought we'd jump on and do it this way. We're going to see if anybody jumps in case you have questions when we get to talking.
And it's a lot easier to talk to people than it is just to talk.
Hello, Mr. Tim. Cousin Tim. How you doing?
We spent a lot of time outside today. We went to church this morning, and after church got pizza and went to a park, and we were outside for hours. Then
the doggy.
Our daughter just got her permit, so then our oldest daughter just got her permit, so we took her driving for about an hour. We've been doing that. So today
driving is a lot different, or the licensing process is a lot different than it used to be.
True.
Glad to hear it, Tim. I'm still working on your package too, buddy. Things have been wild the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, he's been down there digging for stuff for you, Tim.
Jess has had surgery, so I've had some time to dig, but now everything's just a mess where I've been plundering. But it's still in the works. I haven't forgot you. Oh. Hey, Rufus. I'm playing with the puppy dog.
We have a golden doodle.
It bothers me. Hey, look. Anakin. Say hello.
Anakin.
Say hello.
Anakin, look.
Oh,
he gets on the table.
Ruff. He's a big old bully. Big old baby. Look at him.
Not on me.
All right. Get in. All right. Let's get serious for a little bit. Or not serious. Whatever you want to do.
Well, now that I have...
All right, Tim. That sounds good. We've also got a new little contraption tripod we're trying out. So if the thing goes wonky, it's not balanced properly.
Alright, so where do you want to start at, Dad?
In the beginning, there was us. And then there
18
was
years
more
ago.
Us. Really? Has it been that long?
It'll be 18 years in August.
Married 18 years?
Mm-hmm.
I guess in August, yeah. Okay. So I know when we started the channel, we did kind of a little introduction video, but it's been so long ago, I don't remember exactly what we said. But we'll just tell the story like we said. 18 years ago, we got hitched. I'm going to talk like a hick.
Anakin, go. Get.
And,
Get. Boys, get your dog.
Anakin.
Along the trail, we had
Kamari.
All right, we're going to do it one at a time like that. Her phone is killing me. This whole thing's going to be crooked. So we had Kamari. That's our oldest daughter. If you recognize that name, it did come from a Final Fantasy game. I forget which one. 10, I think. I was playing it, and Jess was like, Shotgun wedding,
Yeah, we wish it was not.
We wish now it was.
We wish now.
Weddings are too much trouble.
Yeah.
But we had her. It did come from that game because I was playing it. Jess is like, "Ooh, that's a pretty name." I said, "That's a little wild monster," and she's like, "I don't care." So I tried to talk her out of it, but I thought it was cool to have a Final Fantasy because I'm a big fan, so we went with it. Something different, something unique, and I clicked dancing down in case somebody's talking, so that's why my eyes are darting down. But we had her. She came out talking. She just jabber, 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 jabber all the time.
And then 2 years later, we had Jackson.
He talks too much, too.
And by the way, Kamari is 16 now, and she's the one that got her driver's permit. Jackson, we had him second, and he is 14 now. And then 5 years later, so we had Kamari. 2 years later, we had Jackson. 5 years later, we had Xavier. Xavier is now 9.
And he acts like he's 5 still.
And
Almost 10.
You
hear him chiming in.
Hear him chime in. But the whole point of, why we started our YouTube channel and everything like that was because faith and family are our top things. And then, Aaron has so much sports stuff and he does all that.
We watch so many sports channels. Actually, what got us started was Jackson. He's a huge Pokemon collector.
Mm-hmm.
Pokemon. I'm trying not to talk like an idiot. That's just the way I'm used to talking. But he loves Pokemon. And we started watching people opening Pokemon on YouTube. You fixing my hair? Am I pretty now?
Mm-hmm.
But he wanted to watch people open Pokemon cards. So we got into that. And somewhere in this time, my sister got married, and her husband is really into cards. And he kind of got me back into watching cards, or collecting cards. And I was like, well, let's see if anybody opens cards on YouTube. And I didn't know. I was just, brand new to it starting back. So I found a bunch of card channels, Jabs. I found Ethan. Those were like the first 2 I found. And then a lot more came along the way. And if y'all hear me talk on these videos by myself, I'm very kind of blah and dull. I'm very backward and sort of shy about things. So it's like the first few videos were like, I was like, you could probably hear my voice cracking and shaking, and you might can do it now because I'm sitting here staring at myself and it looks really weird. But I'm pretty backward about things. So when there's people online, when they're live, it's more fun. When I got Jess beside me, I try to make her do all the videos with me because I know by myself I'm not real good. And even now, I'll refuse to go back and watch the videos of myself. I don't like the sound of my voice. And I'm talking a lot for somebody that likes the sound of their voice, but just trying to explain. But it freaks me out some. But it's fun, and I like to share, and I like all the people that we've come to know through the channel and stuff. So it's a lot of fun. So as I've gotten to know more people, it's more comfortable. So I'm like, well, they're probably the ones watching it anyway. So Mr. Tim, you're one of our favorites. Cousin Tim, I guess I should say. Where was I going with that rant?
I have no idea.
Well, that's why we started the channel. Oh. Okay. But that's how we got into the card part. And then we was like, well, we had these other 2 little children come along.
Who are not supposed to make appearances on our YouTube channel, but
if you've seen enough, you've seen them do this every now and then. What are you doing? What's going on?
You have probably seen them because it's a lot harder to blur out their faces and things like that.
Yeah, I'm not a good editor. There's X.
So we just let it go. We never say their names or anything like that. We just go on.
X found the original video.
The reason why is because we have 2 foster children. One is we call her Danielle. That's not her biological name, but we call her Danielle. And we can call her that here. She is 5 years old.
We got her when she was.
Almost
3.
Almost 3. So she was
about 2 months before.
Yeah, we got her in October. No, actually, we got her October the 12th. No, we got her October the 2nd. We got her October the 2nd. She came to our home October the 2nd, and then she turned 3 in November.
She is a spitfire.
So yes. Then DCBS called and
Wait a minute. Was this the one? Jessie called me on the phone. She's like,
wait. Oh,
you gotta
yeah,
tell the whole
second.
story. Now
Yeah,
tell
okay.
the whole story.
Okay, go ahead.
We took our parenting class, or our foster parenting classes, because you gotta build in the faith to this. This is where this comes into. But when did we take our parenting classes? Like February. February of that year.
Mm-hmm.
What year would that have been?
It's been almost 3 years.
So 2017,
Mm-hmm.
16, whatever year it was. We took our classes we finished in like February. I think we started like January, February, because it's several classes. But
Mind you, I used to work as an early interventionist. So I went into homes of children in poverty, children who needed help, or families that needed help. So I went in to help parents teach their children and work with their children, and helped with families in poverty. So mind you that. So I knew this little girl from the program because she was in foster care in another home. She was removed from her home and she was in foster care. So I had already had a rapport with this child prior to her coming to our home.
okay, so when we finished our classes, they're like, it'll be pretty soon when you get a call to take children in, because there's in Kentucky anyway, there's a real shortage of foster homes. So Jess kept waiting and waiting. She was like, why haven't they called? And it took forever, before we actually got a call. Like I said, it was February. Of course, I guess they didn't actually authorize us till what? March,
October
maybe?
12th.
When did we actually get
October
authorized?
12th.
So we didn't get authorized till October 12th? So like the day before we got them?
We got her October 2nd and got authorized October 12th. We were considered the time before we were authorized as respite home.
Okay. So for some reason they dragged their feet getting us officialized to become foster parents, right?
Yeah.
So we could have been like temporary home, but not a full-time placement. So we were wondering why they were dragging their feet, and it took forever.
Mind you, there's a lot of things that go into being as a certified foster home. It's not just take the classes and it's done.
Right.
You have a whole the worker that works on your home, there's a whole big process, and it does take a long time. And we're grateful for that, because without them taking a long time and getting to know the family and getting to know the home, you could go out there and give it to anybody,
Right.
and then you're taking the kids out of that home. So
Yeah, from one mess to another. But yeah, they do financial checks, background checks. I mean, they want to make sure that you're financially stable, so that you're not just taking these kids to get more money or whatever. But yeah, there is a lot that goes into it. But the point I'm trying to get to is that it took so long for them to get us official or certified that's we feel like God had a plan for that, because He had these children waiting on us.
he had this child.
This
one
child,
first.
well, He knew more were coming.
I was going into the home.
Hey, GTR man.
And the foster home that she was at, Danielle was at a foster home, and Danielle has a lot of delays and things like that. She didn't speak, she didn't do a lot of things, and the foster home that she was at, was having trouble with her. They didn't know what to do with her. Mind you, it was an older lady. She didn't know how to deal with her, didn't know what to do. She was doing everything she possibly could, but she just felt like she wasn't getting anywhere. So she gave her notice saying, I'm giving you my 14-day notice. We need to find a new foster home for this child. I can't help her. She needs more help than I can give. Not that she was not willing to give it, but more help that she needed. So that's where, I knew that this foster home was giving this child up. And I prayed to God. I was like, God, we're not even certified. And I know this child needs a place to live, and we could give her that home. So we weren't certified. We wasn't nothing. And this is where Aaron's story comes in.
My story. GTR, we're kind of talking about how we became foster parents and stuff. So we're doing something a little different tonight. No cards, just kind of talking about our family and our path down foster care and hopefully adoption in a few months or so, but we'll get to that. Anyway, like I said, we knew God had a plan, or we were hoping, because they were taking forever. to certify us. But once this little girl come up needing a new home, I don't know how she come in, but Jess called me on the phone. She's like, I was at work and she called me. And she's like, they want us to take this little girl or something. I don't remember how she said it. She said it was a 2-year-old, and at this point, my mind's like, oh Lord, it's about to be real. And I said, how big a 2-year-old? And I don't know what that even means. But, I mean, 2-year-olds come in all shapes and sizes.
I was like, well, how big a 2-year-old do you want?
But anyway, like I
she's
said,
two.
I was like, at this point, when we went into the foster care, like, this was Jess's idea. Xavier was a hard birth, and she couldn't, well, I mean, she probably could have had more kids, but they said it would be kind of dangerous for her to have more kids, so we
They said it could be life or death if I
tried to have
birthed any more children.
So we were like, well, we're going to put an end to that. And so I said, well, I wasn't going to kill her. Anyway.
He said, well, I'm not going to kill you.
We talked it over. I highly suggested and recommended that we have it fixed where she couldn't have any more. But, you know, after a few, how longer? I mean, we've had them 3 years, so X was probably 6.
Mm-hmm.
So we had one. And then we had 2 years later, we had our second. And then 5 years later, we had X. And then almost 6 years later, we decided, hey, let's be foster parents and start all over again.
Well, foster care was always...
In the back of her head.
Always a plan. When Aaron and I got together and we got married and we started having children,
well, we struggled at first though to have.
We
kids.
did struggle.
So
at
we
first.
thought, well, maybe we might have to go that route, right? But once we had our own, when we had 3, I was fine. We had a full house. I was good with that. Okay. And then we started feeling like, well, we work with youth at church, and we know we've seen kids come from all backgrounds. Mm-hmm. Hey, Matt, what's going on, man? We're talking about foster care tonight, so hopefully that's not too boring for you. But we've seen kids from all backgrounds and you know, some of the just bad situations, and we're just like, well, maybe that's our way we can give back and, you know, maybe take some kids in. I was kind of iffy on it. She was all about it because I was like...
But I came from foster care.
She does.
I had a background, you know, even though I reconnected with my mom and had a really great relationship with her before she passed away. I was in the foster care system, then was taken in by my grandparents and things like that. So I knew from a child, you know, as a teenager, that when I grew up and was married, that I wanted to do foster care. And, you know, we talked it over. Aaron was not for it at first. So we just left it alone. Then after we had our 3 children, and then when Aaron and I started doing the youth program and Aaron started ministering to the youth and things like that, we just saw more and more of a need, and we knew that there was a need in
especially around here.
We knew there was a need in our community. So when we got that first call, when I got the call,
I freaked.
And our worker was like, hey, I know you've been working with this little girl in early intervention. You have a rapport with her. She interacts well with you. Anakin, go. Yeah.
Sorry. I'm just thinking about how she acted when she first got here. It's funny.
So they asked if I would take her. And I said, I will take her.
She was all about it.
But I have to call Aaron first. So I called him. And I was like, Aaron, there's a 2-year-old. They're wanting to know if we want to take the 2-year-old. But the only thing he could say to me was how big of a 2-year-old.
I'll probably never forget that to the day I die. Because she won't let me forget.
I was dying because I thought 2-year-olds are 2-year-olds. They don't come in sizes.
Come in all shapes and sizes. Glad to have you back on, Matt. Sorry, we're just rambling.
So anyways, we got her. We brought her home. She did not have any communication. Danielle did not talk. She
did not like me.
She did not like Aaron at all. But you got to think, I had already been working with her. I'd already built a rapport with her. She did not speak. She barked. They, and we'll not give her whole backstory because, maybe later on she can give that.
It's not our story to tell.
It's not our story to tell. But she didn't speak. She barked. She did not like men at all.
Especially me.
She did not like Aaron. There was one incident where I
Oh yeah.
had
Jesse
to
usually
leave.
picked her up from school and stuff.
You know,
daycare.
Aaron had to pick her up from daycare, and he brought her home. And I was not home. I was gone, so she was sitting on the couch.
I had to bring her in.
He had to-
Luckily,
yeah.
she let me pick her up. I don't even remember
Yeah.
if I had to fight her or not, but I brought her in. I got her sitting on the couch, and I turned her TV on. I don't remember if I was watching cartoons or something. I said, "Can I sit by you?" You over there. I don't know if she talked.
She didn't even
just
talk.
grunted.
She just grunted.
Pointed at the other couch, so I wasn't even allowed to sit by her. She didn't want nothing to do with me.
No. Now
Now she's mine.
she is completely
Daddy's
his.
girl.
Like when she started picking up communicating really fast. We put her in speech and OT. She started communicating really fast. Mind you, in the mix of all of this, our worker calls us back. And she says, "Guys, there's a baby that's due. The baby's not due until the end of December. So you all have time to think about it. If you all will think about it and see if you would like to take the sister."
This is Danielle's sister.
This is Danielle's sister, and we're
Full-blooded.
going to call her Katie. And they're full-blooded.
She better be.
And they
safe.
ask us if we would take her. She wasn't supposed to be born until the end of December. And we were like, well, we'll think about it. Aaron was not on board with it. He was like, no, we talked about this. We talked about only
I said
taking
we'd get
one.
one.
We would take one, and that was it. We weren't taking any
She's
more
making me sound like the bad guy.
or anything like that.
I fidget a lot. Sorry.
So,
Marianne started liking me before Katie came along.
Yeah.
Danielle. Y'all didn't hear that. Shh.
he said her real name.
I still call her by her real name.
Okay, so Danielle went to speech and OT, and she did all that stuff. She started talking really, really fast. Maybe not necessarily
She still struggles.
but she eventually
But she's doing much better.
got really wrapped to Aaron, and calls Aaron dad or daddy.
Right.
She,
And we didn't push daddy and mommy on them. We tried originally. I can't talk.
originally to say
To get us
Jessica and Aaron.
Jess and Aaron. We tried that originally, but the older kids, mom and dad's what they said, so that's what she heard and what she come to know us as. So that's what they call us. First time Mariana. Danielle, stop that. That other kid. First time Danielle actually let me pick her up by choice. We'd come home from somewhere, church or somewhere. She was in her car seat.
Mm-hmm.
And it was raining outside. And I was like, "You want to get out and play in the rain?" And she was kind of like, "Yeah, okay." So that kind of became our thing. I picked her up and I got to hold her. And I got her out in the rain. And we kind of spun around and ran around in the rain a little bit together. And that's kind of how she first, got to accept me playing in the rain, and that became our thing. Like every time it would rain, we'd go out and play in the rain. So
It kind of fell from there. Yeah.
that was our bonding moment. So
And now it's daddy everything. Daddy, 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 daddy.
yeah, we're wrapped. I don't know who's wrapped around who, but we're wrapped.
Yeah. Aaron, I don't know, he felt really hard for her. And it's got worse since, because now we
She
have
says I
Katie.
spoil her now. Oh yeah. Baby's rotten to the core.
So they told us, mind you, that the baby
GTR.
would not be here until the end of November or the end of December. They called us
Joke's on them.
in the
Or us.
beginning of November and said, "The baby's here. We need to know if you guys will take it." I said, "Yes, surely, yeah."
No hesitation.
So I called Aaron and I said, "The baby's here. I have to go pick her up Monday."
Yeah, you
I
sure
didn't
you
even
did?
ask
You
him.
was at the hospital when you called, didn't you? Or on your way?
I might have been on my
she
way,
was
yeah.
like, the baby's here. I'm going to get her. Wait a minute. What happened to December?
Yeah. And I went and picked up this baby. And when I brought her home, Aaron was really hesitant, but when I got her out, we had to do all this
She was
stuff.
this big.
We had to do kangaroo care with her. We had to do everything with her.
What's kangaroo care?
Skin to skin.
Okay.
She was, again, it's her story to tell. She was, a drug baby and things like that. So we had to do a lot of different care for her. And
Had minors tremors. I don't know if they were
Tremors,
seizures. We
yeah.
call them tremors. Thanks, Matt. Going to bed.
So we brought her home, and Danielle, she did not like the baby at all.
This baby's 2 days old.
2 days old when we got
We brought her
her.
home from the hospital.
She was, 2 days old. So we brought her home on November the 13th. And we've had her, she's 2 now.
And she's just like her own.
She has never known another home but us. She doesn't know anybody but us. Danielle is 5 and
She's bounced around a lot.
has bounced around a lot, but this is home. This is mom and
This
dad
is
for
where she's
her.
been the longest.
This is 2 years. It will actually be 3 years in August for Mariana. For Danielle, I did it. It doesn't matter now because we've said it several
You gotta
times.
start doing the Pee Wee Herman thing. If you say the magic word,
Then we're live, so it's not like we can block that out.
you do not know about that.
So, anyways, March the 19th, we finally get to go to court and get a TPR date.
Which is just the beginning.
Which is just the beginning. But
long process.
TPR is termination of parent rights. Even though that sounds awful and nobody ever wants to hear terminating a parent right, in this situation, after 2 years, we're grateful for that to happen. So we can say that these children that we've had for 2 years, going on 3 years, will finally have permanency. We'll have a home. We'll have legally the parents that they deserve.
They know.
Or that they know.
I don't know if they deserve us or not. I don't wish that on people. It's what they're used to. And they don't really, I don't want to get into the story, too much detail, but they haven't had contact with their parents in a long time. So, they know us. They don't think about going back to them or whatever, because they don't understand that because they are so young. But to us, we they could go back at any time. That's how the system works. If the parents come back and just decide to start working their case, they could go back to them.
They could go back in a month.
That scares us to death. We don't want that to happen. And that probably sounds bad too. We don't wish anything bad on the parents or anything like that, the bio parents. But we've had them so long. They're heirs now, like I said. They feel like our own. We've raised them. Thank you, Matt. Every child deserves a loving home, and that's what we try to do. We're not the best parents. You can ask our kids.
I would take 10, 15 more.
She would, and I'm like, no.
Mind you,
we have 5 now.
Mind you, I'm also a social worker, so I'm a social worker here in our community. And every time we have to take children from a home or something, it's never a pleasant thing. You never want to take children from a home, but sometimes you have to. It just is. I would take those kids home in a heartbeat. We can't take any children from our county due to the fact that I am a social worker in this county. But I tell Aaron all the time, Aaron, when I became a social worker and all this stuff, Aaron's like, you're not taking all those kids home. Because I would. I literally would absolutely bring every child home.
She would. And I'm like, no, we can't do that. And we have 5 now, and I'm kind of at our limit. We did, before the baby was born, we did have another little girl.
We did.
A day and a half. How long we have her?
No, not even 24 hours.
Not even
I think 8 hours. Maybe 8 hours.
We
got her at 4 p.m., maybe 5 p.m. Then I brought her back to DCBS at 8 a.m.
This is before she became a social worker.
Yes.
But yeah, we had this little girl had just all kinds of problems, and it was just beyond me. She had so many health problems and I don't know how behavioral problems. I didn't want to say anything the wrong way.
She had some behavioral problems. She just had a lot of things.
Jess woke up.
She actually picked the baby up and threw her, and the baby was only.
We didn't have the baby yet.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, we did.
We had Katie, and Katie was probably a month and a half old.
Memory.
And it was awful. I woke up, she was pulling drawers out of things, dumping everything out of the kitchen. I had to sleep in the doorway because this child was like
everywhere.
Everywhere. So, for the safety of the other children in our home, even though this child was just 4 years old,
She was a big 4-year-old.
I had to take her back.
But she got sent to another home.
Therapeutic home.
And apparently she's doing really good.
She's doing
now. We
amazing.
still
I
check
see
on
her. I check on her. I see her. I talk to her. She's an amazing, bright, smart girl. She's doing tremendously well.
She just had to get the right help.
She just needed help that we weren't able to give her. And through a therapeutic foster home, she was able to get the help she needed. And she's thriving and doing amazing. And actually, she's going to be adopted through that foster home. So
that's good. I didn't even know that. I had something else I was going to say. What were we talking about?
I don't know. But we want to share our adoption journey with everyone.
Right.
And we want to, when we know, listen, TPR happens.
Yeah, it can be a real struggle. I mean, you just never know bringing kids into a new home. If you have your other kids or if you have other foster, it's just, you never know how kids are going to mesh together. And you just have to find, that's why, you have to find the right fit. And if it's not,
well,
this
in
is
our
what they told Jess.
In our journey, with our children, with our biological children, we sat down with them and we talked to them and had them be part of our foster care journey and asked them what they wanted. Xavier wants to always be the oldest.
Older.
Or older. He does not want a foster child older than him. He wants to be the older brother.
Right. When I was little, we didn't tell this. When I was little, we took in one of my cousins once. And he was older than me, and so he kind of thought he could boss me around and bull me around. And, I was a little dorky, shy kid, so I was like, I was scared to death. But that didn't work out. We didn't have him very long. But we didn't want that to happen to our kids, so we wanted to make sure that... And
before we became foster parents, we took in my niece and nephew. My step-niece and nephew.
And they were older.
They were older. They were 11 and 16. And it was super hard. Super hard. And it was hard on our biological children, too.
So... And I know that everybody says, when you do foster parenting, everybody wants the babies. They're easy to take care of. And they might be easier, but it is harder to mix in the older kids. So, if you have a home where you just have older kids, then maybe you can deal with that. But where ours are kind of spread out, we didn't want to bring people in and try to let them try to make ours feel like, they weren't as important or that they were being pushed aside or whatever. So we went with the younger ones. And
we didn't want if we ever took older ones, we didn't want them to feel like they weren't important, and that our biological kids were more important than they were. So we didn't ever want to bring that in on anyone. Foster children have enough on their plate anyway, so it was easier to say we want the smaller children. So Xavier's 9, so our goal was he was 6 then, so our goal was to not have any children older than 6. Under. So we went 5 and under.
Right. But it's working out pretty good for us. I don't know. Yeah, we'll adopt you, Tim. Come on down, buddy.
Come on.
You're older than me, but not by much. It's okay.
But hopefully what happens is March 19th, we go and get a date for TPR, which is termination of parent rights. Once we go to that court date on March 19th, the judge has 30 days to tell us when that court hearing will be. So if the court hearing happens, if they give us a date, the 1st of April, if they give us that date as our court hearing, then after the court hearing, the biological parents have 30 days to appeal that court hearing, to contest it. If there's no contestant after that, the children become... orphans. They have no parents. They have no biological parents anymore. They have nothing. Orphaned, yeah. So
they call them wards of the state.
They call them wards of the states. They're nothing until our adoption hearing. And then hopefully, we're hoping the end of May, beginning of June, somewhere in there, will be our adoption day for the kids. And when it is, you guys are invited. So
I wonder if we could live that.
I don't
If we
know.
have that. We're getting ahead of ourselves. Like I said, anything can happen.
Because we're planning this big thing, and I've got this video I want to make for them and do this big thing. So, anyways.
Anyway, what I was getting back to a while ago is you have to find the right kit fit for the kids and the families. What they told Jess is you can't save them all.
Mm-hmm.
Even though you want to, and you feel bad for the ones that you can't, help. So you just have to do what you can. I think Matt said that a while ago. I mean, you just do your best. I mean, and just hope it works out. And the ones that don't work or that you can't deal with, you find another home for them that suits them better. And then everybody kind of wins in that situation, or maybe not wins, but everybody comes out better. But yeah,
Is the baby asleep?
She just went to sleep.
that baby don't. She
Come show
fights.
yourself.
She fights to sleep. This is the oldest monster. This is Kamari. She's named after a Final Fantasy character. She learned how to drive. She's annoying. She's trying to break my neck. She's rap too.
She is. She's all about her dad. There's probably not one that's all about their mom because I'm pretty
Mom's the mean one.
strict and stern about things. I don't
Yes.
allow the kids to
Thank you, Matt, for watching. Sticking
do
around.
all kinds of things that they want to do, so I'm a little bit more stricter than Dad.
My phone just autocorrected the word.
There's Xavier.
Yeah.
Jackson, where you at? Come poke your head in.
Did you hear me?
My phone just autocorrected
So there's
the word
Xavier.
yeah to Tyler.
There's Kamari.
I love autocorrect.
So I couldn't even use the same
Like I
word.
said, Matt, we said earlier, I don't know if you were in here. This is a video we've been wanting to do for a long time, but you never know with the foster system. Here comes
And
Jackson.
bend down, Jackson.
He's drinking his
He's
soup.
drinking soup.
He's chugging soup.
And there's Jackson.
But yes, that's what I said, Tim. That's exactly what I said. Keep off the sidewalks.
No, not even the sidewalks. The
Yes,
ditch
'cause
line.
she hugs that side. That's
Yeah.
the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Don't.
She's afraid of the cars coming at her, so she veers way over to the right.
Yes, I drove. We just drove with her, and I feel like several times I said, "Please get off the side of the road. Please scoot over, scoot over, scoot over." Finally, I said, "Do not get on the side of the road. Do not drive that."
It's about to get ugly.
I mean, I was like freaking out because I thought we're going to end up in a ditch. And it'll be my side because that's the side that she was
So
hugging.
you were just afraid for your life. What is that?
If I could show you can I have your phone for a moment?
Don't show that. What are you
Let
doing?
me show you something.
She lives on TikTok. And Harry Potter.
Where's your videos? Or where's your pictures?
What are you doing?
Let me show you this.
What are you doing?
This,
What is it?
can you all
My phone do be ding donging.
Oh.
can you all see
What
this?
is that?
This is the man that's sitting in the back of the car, double buckled.
That's right.
Double buckled, guys.
That's how you do it,
In the
man.
back of the van. Or back of the
I
car.
was feared for my life.
And he's
Here,
talking
go.
about me.
I wasn't screaming at her though. I was
I
just
did.
prepared.
Here she is driving in the car. In the
Thank you.
car.
Illegal.
Get off my lap, baby.
It's not illegal.
All right, get up.
Get up.
Why?
Oh no. Yeah, I was prepared for the worst. But yeah, I'm proud of myself. I didn't tear up during this.
He's
Daddy.
such a pansy.
Daddy, you can't drive.
Can I
Well,
say
I was
that?
I was
Nancy
afraid
Parkinson?
that talking about the girls would make me weep, or the
I'm
kids.
always-
I will tell you though that foster care is not. I mean, it's not easy.
It's not for the faint of heart.
I struggle daily.
That's right, Matt. If you can learn here, you can drive anywhere.
I struggle. Don't. I struggle daily because I know the steps. I know the process of
How it works.
how all this works.
Well, tell 'em
because
about
I
your
work in
friend.
there and I work in it. I work in social work. I know the process. I know that what has
Okay,
to
you
be
can go.
done and everything like that. So to know that we're not even to TPR yet, we're almost there, and to know that the bio parents, even though it's been forever that the kids have seen them, that they could come tomorrow and call up tomorrow and talk to their social worker and be like, "Hey, I want to work my plan now. I'm better," and all this stuff, and they can work this plan, and after 3 years,
They
these
could just
children
take 'em away.
who are ours, who we feel are ours,
Don't
could
know
go
us now.
who could go away in a month. And I tell Aaron all the time, if this happens to us, I don't know mentally if I'm prepared for that. And I don't know if anybody technically is prepared for that. My best friend, she's a foster care. She does foster care, and she's had her children for 4 years. 4 years. And
Yes, Tim.
these bio parents have came out of jail after all this time and are clean and doing better, and they're going to take these children from her. And that,
Well, they're thinking about it.
They're
talking
thinking about it. But,
hopefully
I mean,
it doesn't go through. But
it's hard to think about that. And I do not wish ill on these biological parents at all. I do not wish ill. I hope that they do eventually get their life straight, but leave me my kids. Move on, you know. But I mean, and I hate to say it like that. I hate to, you know, because I don't wish ill upon them at all. I just feel like I want what's best for Danielle and Katie, and the best right now for them is here in our home.
so we think. And after, almost 3 years or whatever, I mean, and like we said, Katie, this is the only home she's ever been in. Now, Mariana, we ask her all the time, you want to go home with him? Yep. At the drop of a hat, she acts like she's ready to go. Now, I don't know if she wants to go live with other people or not, but like
Your mom and
my
dad.
mom and dad, but I mean, that's familiar. Like her daycare worker, she'll be like, you want to go home with me? She's like, yeah, I'll go. People from church, yeah, I'll go. I mean.
But I think that has a lot to do with the fact that she moved around so much as a infant and a child.
And maybe she doesn't want to go and just live. Maybe she just wants to go visit. But I mean, and then maybe it's good that are legal fees an issue? We're hoping not. I mean,
Well,
there's a range.
right now
but
there's a range. They
depends on the lawyer that we can find.
if the lawyer will take the state, like the state will pay so much money per child to be adopted. But if the lawyer that you get does not just take that fee and says, hey, I'm going to add this much money on top of it, then you have to pay that. There is a filing fee, and I think it's like $500 per child. So the most that we're hoping that we have to pay is $1,000. It could be more than that. So we don't know. We won't know until
Kind of depends on
we get closer to that.
But I mean, it's not a problem. We've got it covered and all that stuff. But
And if
Depends
I
on-
think that we feel like we could have it covered. We feel like that. I mean, as long as it's not like an abundance amount.
well, yeah. I mean, unless they just get real
We have church families and things like that that could
antsy
help.
with it, but I don't think it'll be a problem. Hey, Chuck, buddy, what's going on, man? We're just kind of talking about our foster care story here, bud. Just kind of getting into more of the faith and family side of things tonight. Hope you're doing okay. Everything's good there.
But yeah, the legal thing is, it depends on what the lawyer they'll give us once TPR happens. The workers will give us a list of lawyers that we can use, and we just have to decide which one will work best for us. Because we have to obtain a lawyer to adopt the girls. So if they will accept the money that the state pays, then we won't be out anything except for the fees, the filing fees.
That's cool, Chuck. Spoke about faith after church. That's good. It's a very important topic in the church and in everyday life. Something that we were going to show on this video back months ago when we first started talking about it. I've said before, Jess is super artistic and awesomely at decorating and painting, but she does plates occasionally, and she had a real nice plate. Mm-hmm. This was before had we even thought about foster care at this point? I mean, we talked about it, but not like seriously. But she painted a plate, and it had like a tree on it, and it had...
it was a tree. It was a tree. I painted a plate. It had a big tree on it. He can find the pieces. The kids
broke it.
It's in the other middle door. The kids shut the door and knocked the plate over and broke it. So it was a tree, and in the middle of the tree it had mine and Aaron's initials on it, and it said our family was established in 2004 or 2003 because that's when we were married, and it had little leaves all over the plate.
It had our initials on it.
And it had our initials.
Here, let's put it together.
So then I
For
had
some unknown reason, This is not all
This
of
is
it.
not all the plate.
Did you show the dog in your video? Yes.
We.
Where's the rest of it?
Oh, I have no idea, honey.
I made up this song to say that we're gonna get them.
Well, this is the gist of it
That's what we
anyway.
said. Is it just this part?
Did they don't get anything? No.
No, you're missing. That's the top part. We're missing one more piece at the bottom, but you
Yeah,
can see right
but you
there.
can kind of see.
I'm gonna try to move this.
Okay. And then
She
I'll
painted
talk
this
about it.
plank before we became foster parents, and you can see maybe.
Okay,
I
yeah,
don't know.
there you go. You can see it.
We're trying
Right
to watch
here.
it here.
So okay, so I painted this plate, and I made this tree, and it had all these little leaves on it, and it had mine and Aaron on one side, and it said the Stallsworths, and it said our family, when we were married, and I painted K, J, and X, which are the leaves to our biological children. And
Kamari,
for
Jackson, Xavier.
yeah, and then for some reason, I said, I'm going to paint 2 extra leaves. Just 2 extra leaves. Just blank leaves. And I left them blank at the bottom of the plate. And I had this plate sitting up forever and ever until just recently when the children knocked it over and broke it.
The children and the dog. But she had the 2 extra leaves there kind of for no reason until we got these 2 extra girls, and we thought, well, maybe that's for them, so we can add their name on
You
it.
can just
So
leave it.
there. Okay. Thank you, Chuck. You said that's beautiful.
So,
She's very talented.
we say it was faith. It was God that said to, I mean, I don't know why I wanted to paint 2 extra leaves on this plate. Because Aaron had done told me we're not having any more
We're
children.
done.
We're done. So I don't know. I just felt it deep down that I needed to paint these 2 extra leaves on this plate and leave it there just in case. And so now we have these 2 extra girls, and I have these 2 extra leaves that I can fill with their names.
I told her she has to repaint the plate.
So that, I mean, and the fact that our plate broke really makes me nervous because I'm like, oh God, what does that
It's an
mean?
omen. We hope not. Not a bad
You know,
one.
we hope it's not an omen, but
But we have had scares before.
Mhm.
I mean, the parents, well, we'll say the mom, because dad is
incarcerated.
incarcerated. So he hasn't really, you have to glue it. Yeah, I don't know if glue can save that. I'll just make her redo it. But the mom, when we first got them, she would disappear for a month or 2, and then she would come back and do a few visits. And there were times when she would try or act like she was trying again. I don't wish anything bad on her. I'm not trying to talk ill about her. I mean, she's got her problems, and she needs to work those out. But she would come back, and they would be like, well, we're going to start visits up, and we're going to, we'll get the visits up, and then maybe they'll go back. And so we've had several scares before. We call them scares because, we were afraid we would lose them. But so far, we've still got them. God's worked it out every time.
Mm-hmm.
Stop. I lied. I lied.
He can't cry. He'll make me cry.
But they're hanging with us so far, and hopefully,
It's all
faith-
God. It really
it's all
is
God,
because every
we've
time
prayed
we
and
got
prayed.
every time we got close or something was going to happen, we sat down and we
I don't know,
prayed.
Chuck. I don't know.
And we prayed and we prayed and we even fasted once. We fasted and we're like, okay, God, we're giving it to you. If you feel that these children need to go back into this home and back into the lifestyle that they were in, then okay, that's
your plan.
Yeah, that's your
We'll
plan.
trust
We'll
you,
trust
but
you.
We hope that's not.
We
your
hope
plan.
that that's not your plan. And they've stayed and they've been here and we trust in God and we pray and we ask our church to pray and we continue to pray and hope. And, when we finally get the girls adopted, the only thing Aaron asks is that in their middle names, that
Oh yeah.
that Katie be Hope and Danielle be Faith. So he wants...
Pour it out, Chuck. Pour it out, brother.
He wants their middle names to have hope and faith in them because it was the hope that we had to have these children in our lives, but it was God's
That's what's bringing
in
us
ours,
through it.
and it was our faith in God that also has brought us through all of these trials and things. And
I don't know. Don't want to interrupt. I don't know if I ever told Jess this or not, but the first big scare we had where we thought they might go back, I was at work during that court day, and she called me at work, and I about lost it at work when she said that they weren't going to take them back at that point. So, yeah, I about broke down at work, and I'm pretty sure I shouted a time or two. So, stop it. Excuse me.
he's got to go.
I got to get something to drink.
So, I mean, these girls are, I mean, they're our world. We, I mean, they're everything. They're part of our family. These girls are our family. They're, you know, we couldn't, Lord, we don't know, we couldn't go without them.
Back to
So.
my commercial break. Sorry. I'm emotional, guys. Look over me. Okay. Get that under control. Sorry. But there you go. Suck it up, Buttercup.
Suck it up.
Maury's threatening us with a spatula. Be alive today. That's right, Chuck. A lot of us haven't. I mean, wouldn't be. I mean, I don't know your story. I mean, I was raised in church and, you know, stuff, so I've been pretty afraid to misbehave most of the time in my life. I'm not going to say I haven't stepped out a time or two, but I've been pretty straight and narrow most of the time, so, I mean, I've not been in danger of drugs and all that stuff, but, I mean, I've managed to avoid that pitfall. I don't know how many other
And that's
people
where
have recovered from that.
Aaron and I are, I mean, like we said, if you watched the first part of this, we talked about that. We are
Very different backgrounds.
very different backgrounds. Aaron grew up in a Christian home, a loving parents, Christian home, went to church every day. His dad is a pastor. So he grew up in a home that I grew up in a broken home. I grew up in a home where my mom and my biological mother and father got divorced, and they fought a lot and drank a lot and caused problems. And then when they got divorced, my mom went from man to man to man and caused all these problems. And then, you know, I was abused physically, emotionally, mentally, and in the worst ways possible. I'm not going to go into detail about that right now, but you can imagine what happened to me happened. And I went into foster care and waited, and me and my siblings did, and then we went to my grandparents, or my biological dad's parents, who we hadn't spoke to and hadn't dealt with. And then, you know, I didn't necessarily always go down the right path in life and do the right things. And then I don't have no idea where Aaron came out of or how we got to get. I mean, I know how we got together. But it was just weird how God placed him in my path. Because if he hadn't placed, if God hadn't placed him in my path, I'm not sure where I would be at today, or if I would even be here today. So it was all God who placed Aaron in my path, and who placed our lives to cross and us to be who we are today, and how we live. So,
Chuck, I'm very sorry to hear that, brother. That has to be hard. I don't know how I would deal if something happened to Jess here. You should write a book. You probably should, man. I mean, that's anything that's got a story like that about God bringing you through it. I mean, that's worth telling. I mean, because you never know who's going through the same situation or something really similar.
And you know, I say all the time,
you can help that way.
I say all the time, you know, not all of, you know, I have wrote I call it a testimony. And it's like 5-6 pages. Several pages long, and it's not enough for a book. But if several of us got together and put our stories together, just think about how many people we could help. You know, how many people who could be going through some of the same things, but we could help. I hate that you went through what you've gone through. I hate that.
3 years anniversary.
And I hate that, and I'm so sorry for that.
Don't do that.
Hold on. Give me just a minute.
Do something.
No.
I'm sure it's a struggle every day, Chuck, but I'm glad that you are doing as well as you are. I mean, I've seen you on the channels and stuff, and you seem like you're doing a pretty good job of living your life. Are we going to be live? We'll probably still be around for a while, Matt. We're just kind of talking it out. I don't know how long we'll be here. I really didn't figure it would go this long, but we just kind of hanging out and talking.
Yeah, Chuck. Tell
Sure,
us.
Chuck.
You can tell us some of it.
Tell you all you want, brother. We're just be here to share tonight.
Yeah, tonight we're just sharing. We haven't done a lot of this or told a lot of our story, so we wanted to share.
Our poor pitiful plate.
But it's broken.
All right, we'll try to stick around, Matt. Broken like all of us without Jesus.
Amen to that. We are talking about our, you see those adoption shirts all the time that people always have, family adoption shirts. So we were talking about that, and we wanted to have a verse on it, and we wanted to have a verse. So we were looking at is it Jeremiah 28:11?
29:11.
29:11. I don't know what it says because I don't have a Bible here in front of me.
Where did it go? Oh, it's out. It's in the other room.
But
It's the one about, I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you, not to harm you, and something about providing a future, a good future.
But if anybody out here has a different verse or has a picture or has some type of idea for an adoption shirt and you would like to share it, just comment it below and we'll look at that.
Or email us. Our email is
Or
on the
email
about
it.
page.
You can email us also.
He started. I don't know if he wants to type some more, if he wants us to read it. Do you want us to read this out loud, Chuck, or? That movie will do it. Yes, sir. That movie will get you.
Oh.
That one, and what's that other movie? God's Not Dead. That's a good one.
I will tell you that
That's a very good story.
that
Chuck.
movie
Very
is
inspirational.
really close to
Your heart, your home.
my home story. I was, I didn't say it earlier. I was raped. I was beaten. I was abused as a child, and that movie there was it was hard for me to watch, but it was a great movie.
And I'm glad that, Hollywood, I don't know what channels that movie went through, but I'm glad that there are movies like that do get made. I know most of the stuff that comes out of Hollywood is just pure up garbage and it's the complete opposite of God, but there are some good things still coming out. But he said we could read this, so I'm going to read this out loud as soon as I read the rest of these. Well, thank you, Tim. That means a lot. Email me, brother. We love you too, man. We love everybody, but we love our regulars and our supporters and anybody that just takes the time to be there for each other. Our card community and now our life community. But let me read Chuck's story here. Tim, if you've got a minute, listen to this story. Of course, you may have read it already. It says, during the time that Chuck's wife, I'm going to kind of, let everybody know, Chuck's wife was in the nursing home. Chuck turned on God and got to the point where just the word God infuriated me. I'll just read it that way. One day, he went to the theater and watched the movie I Can Only Imagine, and during part of that movie, God broke me, and I cried right in the theater. He said, I turned back to God and haven't looked back since. That is an awesome story, Chuck. All right, here's some more. Let's see. Oh, okay, I don't know if you want me to read that part. Well, that's good, Chuck. That's awesome. He said, I'm going to go ahead and read that, Chuck. Hope you don't mind. 4 months ago, he started going out with someone, and there's not a person on earth that can get him to believe that God and my wife didn't put her in my life. That's good. Mm-hmm. She's still up there looking out for you, buddy. Sending somebody. She knows you need some company. That's okay.
It is.
God didn't intend for us to be alone. That's why he created Eve for Adam. Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah.
And it's good. I'm sure you're a good God fearing man. I'm sure she is a good God fearing woman, and you know that's good that you all can get together. And as long as you're honest and fair about your past and all that stuff, then I say go for it, brother. Not
Me
that you
too.
need my blessing, but
Mine either.
but it's good that that's kind of like that verse. God has a plan for us. He knows his plan. He doesn't want to harm us. He has a good plan for us. So he knew he had somebody, you know, that would come along and kind of help you get through it.
My favorite verse in the Bible, because of everything that I've been through, is Psalms 18:2, and it talks about God being your rock, your shield, your strength. No matter what we've come through, no matter where we've been or what we've gone through, as long as we know that God's our rock, He's our shield, He's there to comfort us, to lead us, to guide us, to help us, to shield us from all our hurt and pain. And that as long as we lean on Him, lean on God, He will be there. So Psalms 18:2 has been my saving grace, I guess you can say. It's been the inspiration to everything going forward from the time that I was a child. I could be a completely different person than I am today than anything if I hadn't leaned on God. And
well, your grandparents had set you
I
on
did,
the right
yes,
track. So
yeah.
A lot of credit goes to them for getting you back
True.
where you should be. Funny story is,
Yeah.
apparently we went to the same church when we were super young. I'm what am I, 5 years older than you? 4 years, 4.5? Apparently I held her when she was a baby, when I was 5, 6, something like that. So, and then
Love at first sight.
1,000 years later, we got together and got married. And here this crazy life is. But He's still got a plan for you, Chuck, man. I mean, there are times when we all step out and are doing things we shouldn't be, and God, you know, when He's done with us, I mean, when we fulfilled our purpose, or when we're, you know, beyond use, and we refuse to let Him work through us, then I believe He will
take you out.
He's like, all right, you're done, but He's still got a plan for you, and I'm glad you're following along, brother. That's good. I'm glad to have you here. You like that story about me holding her? Yeah, that's kind of weird. I did tell you know, I was 5. I don't remember it, but that's the rumor that they tell us anyway.
That's what his parents say and my grandparents say.
My daughter's threatening to shoot me. Y'all are about to witness some. So that's a look in our crazy life. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Anything else you want to talk about? No, we're still waiting on Matt. He wanted to come back. I don't know what he was doing.
Peace.
But thank you all, those that did come in. We had 2 or 3. This is way different than cards, isn't it? You want to open some cards while we're here? I don't have any.
He does have some.
Went to the card show yesterday. We'll do a video on that later. If you watched Ethan's video, you might have seen me. Cameo. I'm going to be YouTube famous now.
No, he's not.
Ethan will probably get a lot of thumbs down for that video now. Ooh, who's that guy? Get out of here.
Our daughter's
Mari's
laughing in the
cracking up over
background.
there. It's like, Ethan, I don't know if you want to do that. But yeah, he's a good guy.
He was really a sweet guy. Our 2-year-old, you know, Katie was a bit afraid of him. Katie, I don't know if you all know the story. She
Okay, Chuck.
absolutely loves to
Well, I don't know if she does now. She used to when she was younger.
watch card opening shows with Daddy.
That's what we would watch when we went to bed, and she would fall asleep to it.
So
I don't think she's that big a fan now.
I
but-
think to see Ethan outside of the TV kind of creeped her out some. Because she's used to seeing him on TV.
She's like, why are you out of your box?
And she saw him in real life and she was just like,
She ran.
she ran. She is so sorry, Ethan.
She's funny, though. She's a firecracker, too.
Oh,
She talks a lot, too. Why do they talk so much?
I
guess they're girls. They just talk. What are you doing?
want to say, if anybody wants
Oh.
their logo, or doesn't have a logo, wants one designed.
I don't know if y'all have seen this. She designed the logo.
Boom.
I love the real life videos that exclude the cards.
I like to do stuff like that. So,
Yeah, she's talented. You've seen that logo before, but she designed that all by herself. I give her credit for coming up with the name for the channel.
I don't know
And
if
she
I
said
did
we
that.
kind of all worked on it, but I think it was mostly her. She's the creative one. I just like to play with cardboard.
You like to play with cardboard?
Cardboard.
What?
Oh,
Yeah.
but
We're having dead space now.
let's see. We did tell you we've been married 18 years in August. We got together
18
When?
years last August or
this August, right? It is this August.
2003. Somebody do the math. 2003 to 20. Yeah, it'll be 18 this year.
I was like, I know my stuff. We got together when I was 17, so we've been together 20 years ago. 20 years. 20.
See all that stuff. Oh
Over.
yeah, you do, Chuck. And I get overwhelmed a lot. I mean, trying to watch everybody. Like, I want to get in there and watch everybody and support everybody, but you know, you can't do. I mean, there's so many you can't. But there are certain ones that I watch like all the time, and then I try to sprinkle in a few new ones. Thank you, Chuck. I appreciate that, man.
Sometimes we're like, oh, Lord.
Sometimes I don't know how we made it this far. Sometimes I don't know if we're gonna make it any farther. But I love her.
Ooh.
See, that's the reaction I get. I'll say I love you, and she's like, "Blah."
I'm not very affectionate.
21 years. That's good, man.
That is awesome.
People, you don't hear stories like that much. It's like 2 or 3, and people just give up on it.
What our son say the other
Marriage
day?
is hard.
What our son say the number one?
Oh, the number one cause of divorce is marriage.
Mm-hmm.
He's laughing at you. I'm gonna say it's you. I don't know if it is, but
I'm not really affectionate. Ask him. It's awful.
she's not.
You
crying? Sissy's crying. What are you eating?
I'm not.
Ham
I
and
try to.
Maria's gotten addicted to these hot ham and cheese sandwiches.
No, I excuse me one. And
No, I
you told me to go away.
I did
So.
not want baby. Thank you though. She's turned into a good little chef too.
We've had to teach her since I had to have surgery.
Neither am I. You're not affectionate, Chuck. I'm not gonna ask you for a hug then.
I'm really bad. I tell myself mentally, have to tell myself to make sure that make sure that I show affection to the kids. I'm like, I love you, love you, love you, or, I want them to know that I love them. And of course they do know, but.
Do y'all know that?
What?
Yeah, see, they're not even listening. They're all like,
Because
what?
growing up, I didn't have that, so and I guess that's why I don't do it. So there's a lot of times that I don't tell Aaron that I love him, or I'll kiss or hug on him. I don't do that because it's just not me. But now I try to make it a point to say I love you, or I'll hug the kids, and things like today.
That's the way she was brought up, right?
Yeah.
Is that why we blame it on you?
I blame it on that. Today I was sitting near Aaron and I leaned over and I was kissing him and I was making faces and stuff, and our son was like,
Ew.
this is rated M.
Rated M for mature.
For mature. So I just want our kids to know what a happy, healthy marriage is. Even though, there are several times that we argue and fight, I don't want them to know that that's what a marriage is about. It's not about arguing and
about all
fighting.
that.
It's about all of it.
Marriage is hard. You're gonna fight. You're gonna disagree. But hopefully you don't fight more than you get along. So.
True.
But we've always got the kids to aggravate. It's on video. It's live. I mean, there ain't gonna be no getting out of it when you do it. Yeah, but that's our crazy life. Hopefully you all enjoyed that sneak peek. I say you all. Chuck, you're the only one left, brother. We want X. You want to jump in and say something? Come here, Mari. Tell us what you think about adoption. Hang on a second. Me and Kathy made a point to never say goodbye, but always say I love you because you never know what may happen to her. The last words she ever spoke was I love you. Oh, that is just beautiful, Chuck. That's awesome.
Ooh.
Will make me tear up again, man. That's a good. That's awesome. That's great. That's lovely. There you go. Here come the waterworks.
Woo.
That's a good testimony in itself. We should start doing that. Because we're always like on the phone or anything. We're like, love you, bye. So if something was to happen,
That's not what he says.
well,
Aaron says every time I get off the phone
Not
with him,
every
he
time.
says,
Bobby stuff.
he says, love me, bye.
Just say that. She'd be like,
Love
love you,
me,
bye.
but-
And I'll say, love me too.
And he will say all the time, getting off the phone, he says, love me, bye.
Love me, buy me stuff. She knows what I mean.
Well, every
Chuck
time they
thinks
get
it's
home
funny.
from a store, you go, "What'd you buy me?"
She should
Because
buy me
if we
something.
call him while we're there, he'll go buy me stuff.
X, give us what are your feelings on the girls and adoption? No, he don't want to do it. Anybody got anything to say? Oh crud. You want to say anything?
No.
Are you glad we have the girls?
Come over here and talk, sis.
Do you
We just
love
saw
the
that.
girls?
I don't know.
Faith and family. This is family. Your family.
No.
You got anything to say? You don't have to get real deep. You don't have to tear up. Just say hello and girls are
Hi.
mean.
Kate won't go to sleep.
Kate won't go to sleep. Mariana goes to sleep less than she does. Mariana probably. Danielle probably sleeps, what, 2 or 3 hours a night? That girl can go forever. Just forever.
What do you think?
You glad we got them?
Yeah.
What did you think when we first said to you we're gonna do foster care?
I don't know. I don't remember.
You don't remember.
I remember something.
What?
What?
I remember in the middle of the day.
That's surprising.
Oh,
Oh, getting you all out of school. Go ahead.
Oh.
Go ahead, sis.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Oh.
The first day that Mommy went and got Danielle, she picked the other kids up from school.
pick me up first.
Oh.
Oh, he
Yeah.
likes your shirt. Hey, Adam, what's up, brother?
We thought it was something. Everybody in the class thought it was something. Because
You thought something was
Mom
wrong?
was going to do something. Somewhere, it was either, I think it was going to be the day after that. And she checked us out. And then everybody in the class, we all thought it was happening today. Whatever it was. I don't know what it
You
was.
don't
though.
remember what you thought it was?
No.
You just thought something was happening. Something did
Honestly,
happen.
Yeah.
I don't know. I remember
And then-
being picked up from school. Like, what's going on?
Did you already have her when
I
you
had
picked
her in
them
the
up?
car when I picked
Yeah.
him up.
Okay, I didn't know
Yeah.
if you
Who
might-
was in
Jackson
there
were
with
both
it?
at the
Who
middle
was in
school.
there with me? With Danielle?
I'm not sure.
What? Who was with her?
Yeah, it was Mom, Danielle, and
Hello.
Did you have somebody else with
Christy.
the
I did.
worker?
Chris-
Christy. Yeah, I had to have somebody else in the car because I couldn't go in there and get them without.
Oh yeah, and leave her in the car.
Anakin, go.
Get doggy. Yeah. So what did you think? Do you remember your first thoughts when we brought Danielle home?
No, I don't remember.
She don't remember this one.
So,
I have a bad memory.
It's not a TikTok video. She don't remember it.
so what do you
I honestly
think?
remember those.
What do you think?
What do you think about them now?
About adopting them and them? I mean, you say that they're your sisters now. What do you think about adopting them and them legally being your sisters?
Never having an opportunity to get
And
rid
then,
of them.
yeah, how does
I
it
don't
make
wanna
you?
get rid of them.
You don't wanna
How
get
does it
rid of
make you
them?
feel if they, if they did go back in a month or so?
I would be sad.
You would be sad.
See, it's just they're so much a part of our life that it's like, well, we don't even think about them not being here. But, hopefully we never have to worry about that. But you just never know with the crazy system. You're talkative as I am, honey.
I need to go finish. putting
At
my
least
socks
you're
away.
pretty. Okay, you can go.
I know.
Jackson, you got anything to say?
Prettier than you.
No? Do you remember what you thought when we first said? Now, Jackson, come here,
Me
Jackson.
and Jackson met in the office.
yeah.
What
Well,
kind of
I
doggy?
think so.
I work at a pet store. It's a golden doodle, Chuck.
Come here, Anakin.
What?
Hang on, we're gonna pay attention to the dog
It's
first.
a poodle.
It's
my
a
dog.
big,
It's a
large,
chicken nugget.
mammoth cow
It's a
dog.
mammoth.
I'm the only one who loves
It's
them.
a chicken
Thank you,
nugget.
Chuck. All prayers appreciated, brother.
Ow.
Look at that. He's bigger than she is.
It's a chicken nugget.
Okay. Shh.
What do you need?
You're like, what am I doing?
Say woof.
Woof.
He's a handful.
Woof,
All
woof.
right.
Ow, now you're on my
Go,
toe.
doggy.
Now you're on my toe.
All right, bub. Do you have any remembrance of the girl? Because I feel like Jackson has struggled a little bit with the girls,
I struggle.
at least in the beginning. Them when they first come, I mean, they need a lot of attention. So I feel like Jackson has kind of struggled not getting attention. Because I remember something he said to me like when we first got him, and I don't know if he remembers saying it to me. And if I say it, I may bawl again. So Anakin is the dog's name, Chuck.
Say it.
We didn't name him that. He was named that before we got him, but this one's a big Star Wars fan, so he probably would have named it that anyway.
Well, so the litter, they had a litter of them, and he was already claimed, and they decided to back out, but they had already named him, but they backed out, and we got him at whatever 6 weeks old.
Yeah, we were gonna name him Milo, but I convinced Mom not to name him that because that was the name of our dead cat.
I don't remember a
You
cat.
don't remember that? The little
I
kitten we
see.
we found.
Like
but
we
we
found?
took care of it. and
Chuck
it was
loves
fine.
Darth Vader. I'll start saying Darth
sad.
Vader.
Sit.
Anyway, Jackson about killed me one day. I was tucking him in or something for bed, and I don't know. Maybe I wasn't tucking him. He was in his room doing something. I was talking to him, and the girls were in the bedroom. We were trying to get them ready for bed or something, and they were crying and throwing a fit. And I don't even know if Mom knows this story or not. But Jackson said, yeah, this is gonna hurt when I say it. He said, go ahead. They need more. I don't know. Is that they need more attention than me, or they need you worse than I do, or something? And that just ripped my heart out at the time because I was like, we're giving them more attention than our kids are getting.
I
So
don't remember that.
you don't remember that?
No.
It was been several years. I mean, it's like right after we got Mariana or Danielle, whatever her name is, and I don't know if we had Katie yet or not. I think we did because she was crying, but that really hurt me. So I got in there and I tried to help Jess with the girls, and then I tried to go back and finish whatever me and Jackson were doing, but it's a struggle, and you have to really be careful of what you say and that you make sure everybody gets the attention that they're wanting. So do you feel like you get enough attention now, bub?
Yeah.
Now he's just like, he's a teenager, and he's like, I wish y'all would go.
No, we
Go
did that.
away.
We play those games on Twitch.
that's
Probably
Mari.
lost it. I almost did, Chuck. I mean, it hurt me. I can't lie about it. It hurt me. It still hurts me to think about it. You can hear my voice cracking. But had I told you that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, he said they need you worse than I do, and I mean that kind of shows how good a kid he is. He was willing to make that sacrifice at that time, and I mean that was 2 or 3 years ago. So he's a pretty good boy when he wants to be.
But Aaron,
he
you gotta think
recognized the
Aaron-
need.
Aaron makes a point. Aaron does all the tucking in at night and things like that.
Still to this day, I got
Because-
a 14-year-old and a 16-year-old that still have to be tucked in every night.
And Aaron has done that since the kids were little because he gets up so early in the morning and I do all the morning routines and I do everything through the day for the kids. So nighttime is Aaron's thing. So he makes it a point to
Tuck them in. give
tuck the
them
kids in at night.
kisses.
And he spends 15, 20, 30 minutes with each kid tucking them in at night.
It's a long process.
Talking to them about their
We're gonna
day
have to start
or
it soon.
watching a TikTok or a video that they want to show him or things like that. So
They're all like, I got some videos I want to show you.
he does spend a lot of time down there with them
Funny though.
They are funny.
Especially the one
during the
I get my
night.
camera roll
So-
for TikToks. And
Yeah.
that's all.
What is that
saved
joke?
TikToks.
Jackson
why
showed me
you thought it
one.
was so
Jackson showed me
funny.
one that was hilarious. He
It
said-
wasn't
it
even
was,
that funny. It was like at
Well,
first
it was-
I didn't understand the difference between having kids and not, but
it's becoming apparent. Yeah, something like that. First, I didn't really notice the difference
tell
between
about that
having kids, but
disgusting
it's
video
becoming
that-
apparent.
You told Jackson
It
to
was just funny
never
to me
show you that
because
again.
I like funny wordplay and puns, stuff like that gets me.
Daddy,
What, honey?
you should tell them about that video Jackson
No,
showed
no.
you.
No, we're not talking about that. No. That. No. I don't like watching injuries. Jackson showed me one, and every time I think about it, I about go.
I want to see it.
No, you're not. But yeah, I have tears in my eyes from laughing. Well, that's better than sad tears, Chuck. That's good. I'm glad we're entertaining. But yeah, like you said, I almost lost it, and I almost went in there and said, okay, we can't do this. I almost gave up on the whole adoption thing right there, but we stuck it out. I tried to work harder at balancing the attention. If you show me that, oh no, don't show that. Get that out of here. Oh, it's this poor girl, and she's doing gymnastics. Yeah, no, we're not showing that on here. Absolutely.
Like, is that her real legs?
Okay, yeah. Oh, shoot, I can't deal with it.
Did that really happen? Was that really her legs?
I'm sure it has. I mean, you can just imagine a girl doing gymnastics. She's doing the floor. She's tumbling, and she does a big flip.
And she lands and her knees go backwards. Like instead of like going backwards, they go.
Ugh.
It was bad.
Oh, it's very bad. Anyway, I can't deal
You
with that
need me
stuff.
anymore?
No, you may
That's
go.
my
Now that
Pokemon
you've
joke.
showed that, you may go. Good grief.
I'm training a Pokemon.
Training Pokemon.
I
He loves
gave
his
me
Pokemans.
Cold chills.
I got your email, by the way, Chuck. I've got to check on what cards I have. Like I said, I should have made me a list of the ones I needed because I went to the show yesterday
You see this mess?
and didn't even pick up very many because I didn't know which ones I had and which ones I needed.
Mine, do you
Should have
want
just
these
bought them all, but I
sprinkles?
didn't have that much money. Could have took care of both of us and finished us both up. That's it.
Mama, do you want this sprinkles?
I do not.
But anyway, we're having fun. We're talking. I don't think we've ever been on this long.
Do you want
I don't know what Matt's doing, but he's gonna have to hurry up.
that?
Hurry up, Matt. Where you at? Well, we've got a third one in here. Are you watching us somewhere? Hex was watching us on TV, but we've got a third. Who else is in here? Say hello, please.
I never closed you.
It's Chuck.
It's me, Chuck, and somebody else. Adam. I don't know if Adam's still here. You still here, Adam? You were the last one to come in. That's organized compared to. Oh, that's just what I keep
That's
upstairs.
just the little bitty set he keeps upstairs. He has a.
I keep like
massive
what I'm working
amount
with currently
downstairs.
over here in the corner. That's just my 2021s.
He has a massive amount downstairs.
I don't think I've got them number ordered yet. So that's just what I've opened the last.
Are you watching X?
I am now.
He is now. So I don't know.
It says
Maybe.
we have 3.
Maybe you're the third one because you had us on in the other room. So
I looked at everything.
but we're hanging out with Chuck. We're having fun. Chuck's a good guy. Oh no, there's a fourth one. So maybe that one's X. I don't know. Maybe somebody's got us on in the background somewhere.
Oh.
We're glad you're here, whoever you are. If you're too shy.
Mari, maybe.
But like we said, we've been talking about doing this video. We wanted to kind of share our story about the girls and our life.
Well, it's just weird.
Okay,
to,
yeah, Chuck. I meant to get that off of you too. Especially the older
It's just
guys.
weird that sometimes when we make videos, because we do those Young Box videos too, and we're like trying to cover their face, or we're trying to, move them away from the video or not say their name and things like that. So we just wanted to make sure everybody realized that it's
They
not
are
because,
5 and 2.
not because we didn't want them to be seen, because they are a part of us.
Right. And we don't want people to feel like we're trying to exclude them, but I don't know if we're supposed to show them or not, just for privacy
Technically,
reasons.
I think we're allowed to show them.
Your keyboard, yeah.
We are allowed to show their faces on Facebook. We're allowed to show their faces on YouTube. We're just not allowed to say their biological names. We're not supposed to say their biological names.
Go, honey.
Or explore
We would never
them or
do that.
things like that. So even though Aaron and I both slipped up and said Danielle's biological name, you guys don't know what her last name is or anything like that. So
You like Young Boxes, Chuck? Well, they're wild around here because, as you see, we got a large family and everybody's talking over top of each other. But you can see some funny faces when we try some of that stuff.
oh yeah,
But
oh gosh,
you
yeah.
can check them out. We haven't done one on here in a while. The last one we did on Facebook,
Oh yeah, that's true.
but we've done several on here. So yeah, go back
Well,
and
the
check those out.
reason why we started the Young Boxes is because we're all about missionary work and things
Oh,
like
yeah.
that,
We use them for
and
our missionary stuff at church.
we take them to church and we talk. Like this last one we did at church, and it was From-
Italy.
Italy, and so we got to talk about the Christianity and what they believe in Italy and what the religion is down there. So we talk about those things, and we talk about missionary groups and things like that that's there. And then we try the food that is in the Yum Box.
Some of it's good, some of it's not.
So that's how we tie the Yum Boxes in at church. So, but then sometimes we do them here at home for fun.
Yeah, there for a while for the crazy quarantine, we had them had like 5 high on,
Yes,
the,
that's
on
true.
the fridge because we couldn't go to church and stuff. Thanks, Chuck. We thought it was a pretty good idea. Most of the type it if you want to type it, honey.
I'm sending.
Xavier's talking on his channel. He wanted me to approve his message.
Xavier's Faith, Family, and Fun. If you guys are on your channels or whatever, and you see Xavier's Faith, Family, and what?
I made him a moderator. We don't have hardly any moderators. I think Tim was the only we have. We don't really go live a lot. But you're a moderator now, Chuck.
What's a moderator?
In case we ever need one. He can go in and he can delete your message if he wants to.
Oh, Xavier is our
ban you
son,
from the
so
channel.
if
Yeah.
you see him out
Wait,
there,
why?
I know
He
sometimes
gets on Donald's every now
he
and
gets
then.
on Donald
Okay.
sometimes, and he says hi, and I don't think Donald has connected that he is.
He did. He told me
I've
the other
said
day.
it in chat.
He said he told me that he thought my son was on the other day. So yeah.
I said it in chat. I say it in
So
chat.
yeah, I think he knows now. But
Yeah, but Xavier's only 9, so sometimes. But if he ever gets on there and he's unruly, please knock him off.
I just said.
Not this time. Maybe next time, Chuck.
Yeah, time him out.
He'd
But
probably cry if he timed
put him in
timed
timeout.
him out. He's sensitive like his daddy. We're emotional messes, aren't we?
our biological children are just like him.
Just this one. Xavier he's on the struggle bus with his emotions.
I know they say I'm hard. They say
I
I'm mean.
unsubscribed.
Mommy's
to
hardcore. She grew up in the hard knock life.
It's a
Annie's
hard
her
knock
favorite
life.
movie.
It is my favorite movie.
It's a hard knock life. She can sing. You want her to sing for you, Chuck?
What do you want me to sing?
Why do I keep getting like police stuff?
While we're
on
killing
me?
time.
Try to make it a song I know, and I'll
Daddy.
sing for you.
Daddy, I'm scrolling through my thing.
Mari,
and I see a
Mommy
bunch
needs you to
of
help her
police
sing.
stuff.
Mari sings good too.
I see
Jackson's a good singer. They're
Alright.
good. They love to do
Go.
not Broadway. What does it do?
singing.
Like plays and dramas at school. They're both really good at those things.
Give me a song, Chuck. What do you think I should sing?
Daddy, how do I get this?
Xavier.
How do you get what, honey?
Xavier. Go on, please.
You're being loud. What do you want?
I want to know how this can play when I'm not on YouTube.
Well, you don't need
It
to.
is playing. It don't matter. It's okay.
Nobody's saying. What should I sing?
He's afraid. He's like, I don't want to hear that. Let me think.
think.
It's a hard
I don't
knock
know.
life. No, let's do a.
Go.
She's good at the old time gospel hymns, Chuck. I'll give you a hint. Can't believe you broke my plate. I really like this plate too. What genre? Gospel.
Yeah. Here's a funny fact about me. I love to sing. I can sing lots of hymns and gospel music,
Lots of hers.
but I do not listen to music.
Yeah, she's weird that way.
I get in the vehicle and it's
First thing
just
she does is
me,
turn that off.
my thoughts, and I just go. Sometimes I sing in the car because I think, okay, I'm talking to God. I talk to Him in the car. I listen to music. I don't listen to music. I sing.
He may have left. We're down to one, and it's me. Maybe he got kicked off. It's a hard knock life.
For me.
Yeah,
So-
we'll sit here. If nobody else talks in a couple of minutes, we'll cut it out. Me and my thoughts is dangerous. Apparently he's still on. Or that was delayed. Me and my thoughts. Yeah, thinking's not one of my strong suits either.
I don't know. I have the best communication with God in the car. Like driving,
That's the only time you're alone.
I have the best communications with Him. He talks to me in the car, and so I sing, and everything like that. Oh my gosh, that's one of my favorite
She's practicing
songs.
that all the time.
Okay. Oh Lord, my God, when I in awesome wonder consider all the world thy hands have made, I see the stars, I hear Sometimes. That's one of my favorite songs, though.
It was awesome. I told you she's talented.
It is one of my favorite songs. One of my other ones is, what is it? Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
Phone's about to die.
First song you ever learned on? I do not play an instrument at all. I don't play guitar. I don't play anything. Our daughter used to try to do
Covered your
guitar or no piano, and then she gave up on that, and then she tried
She's currently
trying guitar. A song that
I play drums.
Aaron plays the drums.
A
Yeah.
little bit.
One song that gets me through a lot is that "Cries Have Awoken the Master." I sing that song a lot, and it goes, crossing the calm sea with Jesus, the disciples were getting concerned. The wind started violently blowing, but he was asleep in the stern. Does he not care that we perish? We're helpless and we're so afraid. Jesus arose when they called him and said to them, where is your faith? 'Cause you prayed all night, 'cause you held on with all your might. Child, your cries have woken the Master. This next verse is what gets me. It hit you without any warning. The storm of your life had begun. Seeing no hope in the distance, frightened and nowhere to run. By now your vessel is filling, and you're thinking you're surely drowned. You cried out for help for your Savior, and you know you can't give up now. That verse reminded me a whole lot of what you said, Chuck. It really did.
You're rocking and rolling. Chuck used to play drums in a metal band.
Woo!
That would be awesome, Chuck. Do some hardcore metal Christian music. But he got away from drums and learned to play the guitar. That's good, man. I like guitar. I can't play one, but I just like to bang and make noise. Jackson, didn't you try to play guitar once?
When I was like 5.
Oh, but I thought you actually tried to
No,
learn.
I didn't try. I just
Just got up and
sat
played
there
it. Yeah, his papa used to let him get up and just thump on a guitar in the middle of church while his nana would sing.
Anna can go.
It's all right.
Oh,
We weren't Christian metal, that's for sure. Well, I'm saying now you can get you a good Christian metal group growing.
I don't do Christian metal, dude.
Hey, sometimes you got to reach people with their language.
That's true, you do. I
couldn't listen to it, Lord no. Here, why is this focused on me? You're the pretty one.
ugh.
Now your phone's lopsided again. That was an attractive face.
Yep.
Well, I think Matt got lost.
Was he wanting to do
He
something?
said stay on for a little bit. Till they weren't glorifying to God. Well, maybe you can turn that talent into some
Yeah.
glorifying stuff now.
I have wrote several songs,
you've got
but
a
never.
you've got a long story and a good long history. There's something there you could turn into one, I'm sure.
Think about your pain, all your pain and all your suffering and everything you've gone through, and what God has done and brought you through, and how what you've been through has brought you closer to God. What kind of song that could make? What your story in song could do to help someone else.
He said when he got out of metal, he promised God he'd never touch the drums again. Well, okay, so that's why he let you have the guitar. You need that outlet for your musical talent. I'm trying to play it, but you can't see my hands, but that's all right. He gave you another. He closed that door and opened you up another one, so that's okay.
God gives us talents and expects us to use them to glorify Him.
Right. He gave you that talent for the drums, and you didn't use it for him, so he's like, all right, you don't need that one anymore, but he gave you the guitar.
He gave you that one, yeah.
So that's another story you could turn into that.
True.
You're just inspiring left and right, Chuck.
I do not sing enough for God. I don't believe. I feel like God gives me the talent to sing, and
She hardly
I do
ever
not,
gets up in church and sings.
I don't get up and sing like I used to sing and do the things because I don't feel worthy enough. I feel like there's so many more people out there that's so much better than I am, and who in the world wants to listen to me? So I don't get up and sing like I should. What?
I don't know. I thought Fox Bama was going to go live, but I haven't gotten any notifications or anything. Anyway, hopefully he's okay. I told him I'd try to catch his live, but I don't know if he's on here. Get my chat back up. Okay, there we go. I think we've had a very educational evening. I've learned a lot about you, Mr. Chuck.
I think.
I'm sure y'all have learned more about us than you wanted to know. Says we got a fourth viewer. Matt, is that you? Mama Bubbles. Who's Mama Bubbles? Glad to have you, Mama Bubbles, if that's you watching there.
Woo!
Mama Bubbles. I love some of these YouTube names. Don't spill that on my phone.
Boom. It didn't work.
Motion is detected at the front door. We've got a camera at the front door. We're both like, we got an alert saying there's motion. But like cars will go by and set it off. Like just the lights from the cars, I guess, that flashes in front. Ah, there's Mama Bubbles. Where are you from, Mama Bubbles? We're glad to have you on the channel. Oh, that's sweet, Chuck. That's sweet, man. She's got all kinds of tattoos. Look at this one.
I said I always wanted Aaron. Aaron writes, I love you all the time. So it says, I love you, and it has a cross on the side. So I will always have his handwriting that says, I love you. And on my foot, I have the infinity sign with
An anchor.
An anchor that says Psalms 18:2, where God is my rock, my shelter, He's everything.
Yeah, spell check. I think it messes up more words than it says. But that's good. Never quit, Chuck. That's another inspirational thing.
San Diego, California. Woo!
Go ahead.
Mama Bubbles, we don't know how much you've watched of our channel. This video is just about our channel is called Faith, Family, and Sports, and a lot of times Aaron gets on and the kids get on, and it's all about the sport part of our channel. So today we came on and we're about the faith part of our channel and the family part of our channel. We have 3 biological children, and we also do foster care, and we have 2 beautiful foster daughters that we have had. The older one, she's 5 now, but we've had her since she was 2. We have had the baby who is 2 now since she was 2 days old, and since birth. I brought her home from the hospital. They're biological sisters, and we're hoping that soon we get to do adoption. Hopefully adoption is right around the corner. We're getting closer to that point. Right. And we wanted to talk about that. So that's what we have done.
What's Isaiah 40:31 say, Chuck? I'm sure I've heard. I just can't think of it off the top of my head.
So that is what we've done today.
What are you into, Mama Bubbles? Do you have a channel? Like, do you make videos and stuff? We'll have to check you out if you do.
Xavier, where's your Bible at? Where's the Bible at that we had up here?
It wasn't. I think I took it back to his room. We had a Bible sitting up here because during the quarantine when we weren't having our Wednesday night youth meetings at church, we would do them online. And for the first part, I would put them on YouTube, and then I kind of stopped. We just did them live. I don't know. I might need to put them back on YouTube. I don't know. First time watching. Oh, Matt posted. Okay, I knew Matt was up to something. He told us to stay on a while, and then he disappeared, and that was like 10 minutes ago, 15. We was getting worried about him. But glad he's out there sharing us around. Hope you're enjoying the chaos. It's kind of calm right now. The little girls are in bed. The big kids are on there.
You don't have
Gadgets.
a channel?
You don't have a channel? Okay, well.
Well, you might have to rewatch it if you, I mean...
If you're interested.
If you're
It's
interested,
long.
we
This
talk.
is a long video.
We talked a whole lot about, like I said, foster care. Why we chose foster care. Why we went down the foster care route. How we're here.
This big brute dog. Get in.
How we're there now. What things like that. So we've done all that. So we've talked about a lot of personal stuff. We've cried a little bit. We've laughed a little bit,
We don't cry here.
and so we've really
We've had fun. We've learned about viewers, and you learned about us, and
laid it all out there for everybody.
that's right. Bared our soul.
Sang a little bit. We have sang.
Had a sing along. We're having church. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. Awesome.
Amen. I love that.
Yeah,
too.
that's a good one. God is there. I think that's great. Well, thank you. We were hoping people would get on and kind of enjoy it, and we've watched several videos of people talking about their adoption stories, and we was like, well,
I
we-
watch
we need
YouTube
to
channels
share
every
ours.
time I turn around. I watch a lot of them. I
I
watch.
do too, but just different stuff.
I watch a lot of YouTube channels of adoption stories and things like that.
It's my life's verse. That's good, Chuck. That's a good one, buddy. That is an awesome verse.
Now just put 18:2, Psalms 18:2 with it.
Combine them.
Combine them. That's one of my favorite ones. I would have a Bible and I'd read it directly to you, but I don't have it. But anyways, it is going on. We've been on for a little over an hour, so
Almost 2 hours and 45 minutes.
if there's nothing else, if you all have any questions about our life and what we do,
Feel free to ask.
feel free to ask.
We're not an open book, but we're semi.
Semi-open.
We don't have anything to hide. But
We have nothing to
We've
hide.
all got things that we're not proud of, so.
So
But I mean, we'll talk. We're just hanging out. I do have to go back to work tomorrow. I've been off for 2 weeks with this one recovering from surgery. She's recovering from surgery. I've been babysitting her.
he sucks at babysitting.
I did not. You
FYI.
ain't went hungry.
I couldn't ask him for a sandwich.
She did too.
I
didn't
did ask
I
him
didn't
for a
make it, but
sandwich.
She asked me for it. Or did I make it? I finally got up and made it, didn't I? Anyway, I've been taking care of her, so I've got to go back to work, and I'm not looking forward to that. But
I know it doesn't look like I've just had surgery. I am doing a lot better.
Chuck's been on vacay.
I'm doing a lot better, feeling 100% better. I actually go back to work on Tuesday. The doctor did not want to send me back to work because technically I'm supposed to be off 6 full weeks, but
It's been 2. You can't get her to stay still.
I talked the doctor into letting me do desk duty, so that's what I'm going to do.
But I guarantee she'll be doing more than desk duty. She's not supposed to lift anything heavy. You can't say he sucks. Nobody. What? Yeah, see? You can't say I suck. You ain't dead. She didn't go hungry. I may not have cooked for her, but that's why I had children.
Other people brought food in.
Oh, man, they fed us so good. Like, we had meals made the whole first week anyway.
The whole first weekend.
Like the first 5 or 6 days. I mean, we just ate and ate and ate. I'm sure I've gained 10 pounds, but
People brought in food. I mean, they made sure that Aaron was fed and the kids were fed.
it was awesome.
I personally did not eat very much because, I just
She
got
was
home from
not
surgery,
hungry.
so I was not hungry. I laid in the bed, and then
Thanks, bro. Appreciate that.
have his back. I did get up one day, and I was sitting on the couch, and I said, Aaron, will you fix me something to eat? Will you fix me a sandwich? I said it more than twice,
Me
at
and one
least
of the
3
kids were
times.
talking about something, so
So,
I wasn't paying much attention at the
I
time.
tried my hardest to stand up, and he said, what are you doing?
So where you
I
going?
said, I'll starve to death if I sit here and wait on you to fix me a sandwich. I'm going to try to get up and fix a sandwich. And he was like, sit back down. You're
So
not supposed to be
I
up.
had to run in front of the kitchen and be like, I got it.
That's how
So
that went.
I'm a little not much to pay attention.
And then I was on, after that day, I ended up going on bed rest for,
a couple of days.
Several
2 or 3
days.
yeah.
after that, the doctor put me on bed rest. So.
Then she was in lots of trouble. I didn't give her a bell though. I said, "You're not getting a bell." In her ding ling 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 ling.
But now I'm doing
Constantly.
tons better, a lot better, healthy, you know.
So God brought us
So,
through that challenge.
God brought us through that.
Yeah, I'm glad, Chuck. We got each other's back, brother. Oh, I thought he said something else. I reread that. Men have selective. Yes, we do. Very selective. And we've done a couple of videos on here playing Rocket League or something with the kids. I like the game, so we were talking something about gaming.
They
I don't
were.
remember what it was. Talking about maybe fixing it where the kids could game on their channel or something. I don't know. The kids have their own channel. They don't do a lot on it. It's a gift. It is. It's a gift. Selective hearing is a talent. Just glad you're better.
Thank you so much. I had to have, I mean, a lot of, you know, it doesn't really matter what I had to have, but I had to have an emergency hysterectomy due to, you know, some health issues and things like that. So it wasn't planned. It wasn't something that we had talked about having, you know, right soon. And so I had to do all that. So, and then I had complications after that. So, but I'm healing. I'm a lot better.
She's feeling much better now.
So much better.
It's an old saying off an old TV show. I don't remember what it was. It's like, she's feeling much better now.
Yeah. But
We're still dragging it out, ain't we?
I'm going to sign off.
Okay. Thank you all once again.
Thank you.
Hope you all have enjoyed some of this story.
And again, if you have any questions or you want to just reach out and ask questions on foster care or adoption or just general things, whether it's about faith or Christianity or anything that you want to ask, just reach out and ask it. I mean, we'll try to answer any way we can and answer, you know, to what we think is.
You can, yeah. Email us. Our email address is in the About tab or whatever on the channel. Nice meeting you too, Mama Bubbles.
So just
them
just
women
reach
don't
out.
like to sit still, do they, Chuck? They think they always got to be doing something. This one can't be still if it, you know, her life depended on it, which it almost
That's
did.
true.
She's got to be up and about. And that's why she's like, I can't sit at home for 6 weeks. She would go nuts.
Yeah.
And then she would drive me nuts. So I said, I'll give you 2 weeks. And then I'm going back to work.
And I told the doctor I would give them 2 weeks, but I had to go back.
Desk duty.
Desk duty. But anyways, ask us any questions. We'll try to answer anything we can.
Maybe we should do this more often.
But the main thing is to have faith in God, and just lean on Him and
Love each other.
love each other.
Take care of each other. Have your back, right, Chuck?
Peace out. I can't go anywhere
What are
because
you,
Aaron's
14?
blocking me.
out, bro. Peace out.
And I gotta go pee.
Shh, that's not appropriate.
I'm sorry. He's blocking me.
This is a family
go.
channel. I'm going to watch your unbox videos. All right, Chuck, check it out, man. They're wild. They're loud, but I mean,
They
they're
are
fun
super loud
because
because
there's just all the kids hollering at each other at once.
everybody's in the videos.
What, honey? Go sub to Jackson's channel, Faith, Family, and Fortnite. He does a lot of Fortnite. He does some Pokemon cards. He just made a video of the McDonald's Pokemon, if you have any interest in that whatsoever. And mine, Xavier's in there. Watch Xavier's channel. He's right there. Faith, Family, and Fun. She needs me to move. I don't know if you heard her say that. But Kamari's Corner is her channel. I don't know if she's made a video in like a year.
Mo!
Maureen Smith, that's Aunt Momo, for those that don't know. That's a poet. But that's Jess's sister. She's weird too.
That is my baby sister, and
Baby.
she knows a
You
lot
get,
of our
they've got another
story.
sister, and you get them all together and sing, buddy. Then you got some church going on.
How do you subscribe
What?
to
You can't subscribe from here. You have to go to your channel.
We'll show you in just a minute, Xavier.
Xavier's all about getting subscribers. You didn't even have a video, do you? All right, Jesse's gonna explode. Get up.
See, he had me blocked in.
I like talking to people. I don't see. That's the thing. I don't.
Keep going, Aaron, keep going.
I don't like talking to people. If y'all know me, Mo, you know I don't like talking to people that I don't know. Oh, what happened?
You took a picture.
Somebody took a picture. Are we still live? How did that happen? Did you do that?
No, that was not supposed to do that.
I don't know what happened, but her phone just took a picture. All I did was scooted her pop across
Please
the table.
get over.
Anyway, okay, but we are going to sign off here. But I like talking to you guys. So, Chuck, you're a good guy.
I finished my ring pie.
Yeah, Murphy. We call her Murphy because that's just her name to us. Yeah, she had to have surgery on her foot because she fell on some ice and broke it like a crazy person.
Daddy, my tablet.
Well, we'll fix it later, honey. But yeah, Aaron is quiet sometimes. I'm not quiet around people I know now because, but yeah, strangers. It takes a while for me to open up. Like I was saying earlier, making these videos was a struggle in the beginning, and I still don't go back and I don't rewatch them. I don't listen to them because I don't like to hear the sound of my voice. But so that's why you'll see, like, for the first few months I did a little editing and I put a little beginning on there, and I don't hardly do that anymore because I just don't like to listen to myself.
I like that song.
What song do you like?
That one song that you played at the beginning.
The song of our old videos? Oh, yeah. Talk baseball, basketball, Mountain Dew, fudge rounds, and you're good. Yeah, those are my favorite things. Baseball card, basketball. We love Kentucky. They're trash this year, so we're going to just forget this year happened. But, hopefully next year they'll bounce back from that. But, okay, Mountain Dew and fudge rounds, that's the best snack combo you can have. Throw in some Doritos there if you're feeling salty and not sweet, and you're good to go. What?
You're weird.
All right, guys, we've dragged this on. We're just dragging it on and on and on and on and on. I think the dog needs to go out. And it is 10:45, so it's my bedtime, and we will see you. MSU is going to the NCAA. Are they really? That's good. Morehead State, if anybody was wondering who that is. That's another Kentucky school, smaller one. That's Murphy's from around that area. Won't be too specific. Did she go to bed?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Murphy's in here. Been 10 years, I think. Well, it's been 10 years since MSU went. I remember, wasn't it the last time they went? Didn't they beat Louisville? I know they beat them one year. I don't know if that's the last time they went, but as you know, if anybody knows college basketball or football, you can't like Kentucky and Louisville. So we're on the Kentucky side. You say boo Louisville. Yeah, they beat Pitino's Cardinals back then. Gross. Now you're going to get us started on a whole nother topic, Murphy. We got to go to bed.
Fudge rounds and all, you're good.
She named all my favorite things. Oh, but yeah, okay. Are you on X? So it's me, Murphy, and X talking right
No.
now. No, okay. All right, Murphy, go to bed so I can. We got to go. I got to go to work in the morning.
She
I didn't
likes
start
basketball,
keeping up till
football.
I started attending MSU. Oh yeah. Mama Bubbles likes baseball and football. That's good. Isn't it 11th commandment about new? If it's not, it should be, Chuck. Yes, it should be.
Rooting for Louisville?
Yeah, the 11th commandment is not rooting for Louisville.
Oh.
You are my favorite sister-in-law, Murphy, as long as nobody else is around. I can't say that out loud. That can be a ventriloquist and not move my lips. Not really. But yes, when you're here and nobody else is, you're my favorite sister-in-law. Anyway, yes, Chuck, that is, if it's not the 11th commandment, it should be. Not rooting for. There's an old story I have. I don't know. I'll have to find it one day. I used to do. I haven't done it much. I used to do scrapbooking for Kentucky, and I would take like all the old newspaper articles and clip them out and stick them in a book. And I've got just stacks of newspapers down there in our storage building. That. What are you doing? You got a hangnail?
I did, and I pulled it out.
She pulled a hangnail. Now she's gonna cry. We're gonna cry again today. But there's a story. I don't know. She's in bed. Don't you dare wake her up.
She's
You already missed the first part of our video where we cried a lot.
You can cry a lot. Just a little.
she's in bed. Don't wake her up.
Anyway, it's like this guy's, it's a college basketball player, and he's being recruited by all these big schools, and they're all like, we've got a direct phone line to heaven, and he's like, okay, but he said it's a, oh really, Chuck? That's cool. Who's that? You would have cried too, Murphy. Yeah, you probably would have. The college recruit, he goes to like North Carolina, and they're like,
You probably would have, Mo.
he's like, we've got a direct line to heaven. You can call
And if you
God.
rewatch it, you will.
You can call God and ask him where you should attend school. He's like, okay, well, he said, but it's a collect call, and it costs like $1,000 in North Carolina. And then he goes to Duke, and he's like, yeah, we got that same line. It's a collect call. It's only $2,000 to make the call, or whatever. And he goes to Louisville, and it's like $5,000 or something. He comes to UK, and he's like, have you got the phone I can call and ask God to? He's like, yeah. He's like, how much does it cost? He's like, nothing. It's a local call. Get it?
No.
Because it's local to Kentucky. I tried to kill the story. I don't tell stories. Mike Eastep, back in the late 80s. I've heard that name, I think. Funny thing about that is I also go to church with a guy named Mike Eastep.
Yeah, we do.
Wait.
His last name Eastep?
Who?
Aaron's dad.
Is it Eastep?
Is it
Aaron
Easter?
Eastep. Is that right? I think so.
I don't think. No. I don't
It's not
think-
Eastep? Alright, hang on. Let me Google this.
I think that's not his last name.
I think it is. Where's Facebook? Hold on, guys. I don't know how we've managed to drag this out so long, but we're having fun, so as long as y'all are here.
How many viewers do you have?
5 right now. 4 right now.
Really?
That's a record. No, it's not Eastep. It's Eaton. I'm a ding dong. Never mind. It's
Yeah, you
Eaton.
ding dong. That's
But
what
we
I
went
was
to
gonna
church with
say.
some other people at Eden. There were some Easteps there, so it's Eaton, not Eastep. It's my
Eaton.
bad. Anyway, that would have been a cool coincidence.
Easter.
Why don't you go to bed?
What
You
do
gotta
you
go to
mean?
school in the morning.
Mike was Easter, but Aaron
We
wasn't.
had a new school.
Mike Wazowski. Oh, I thought Aaron's
Mike
name was
Wazowski.
Eastep. Okay, so I made a mistake.
Then how would
Sue
I-
me. Ring pop girl.
It's
That's
the
cool
only
though,
diamond
Mike.
I've ever had.
I had
You'll
one
ever get.
already. What kind did you get?
Strawberry.
Oh yeah, we've
What
had fun. This has
one
been fun.
that has
Longest
an
stream ever.
extra-
I'm gonna drag it out 3 more minutes just to make it
Where's
2
that?
hours.
Yeah.
Mike Eastep, is he on that ball?
No.
Late 80s. I think that ball I have. I don't know if you watched the other video I had, Chuck. I got my brother. He had some autographed UK stuff, and he had a ball from like the 80s. It had like who did it have on it?
Do your outro.
I don't do sports.
You're gonna let it go for
I
2
done forgot who
hours.
it had on. I think it was
My
80s.
sister
Sam Bowie. Sam
It
Bowie
was all
that
about
year.
sports. I'm not.
Yeah. Murphy
Which
is
one?
the sport fan in the family.
That's why she's the favorite.
What do you eating?
True.
Pops
Don't
like
tell
that?
anybody else. What? We need to come up with a catchy hashtag for Adoption Day. Okay, well you
Didn't
do
she
that.
do
Mike.
it?
Hashtag adoption day. You don't like it?
What's catchier than that?
I tried to make the shirt say
Gotcha.
gotcha day,
That's boring.
but Aaron don't like that.
Gotcha
so it's
forever.
gotcha forever. Hashtag adoption day.
Because we'll have them forever.
No, we
if they
won't.
like it or not.
Oh, I
No,
mean,
they'll move out eventually.
Phew, gosh,
Yeah.
I hope so.
Be independent. when you're
Guys,
about
I'm
70.
40, and
One.
we had our kids half grown, and then we started all over. And it's, like I'll be 60 by the time the little one is 18. So
how old would you be
I don't know
when
if I'm old enough
graduate
if
high
I can
school?
handle that.
That's okay. We're in Kentucky.
The big bluegrass state, big blue nation. Whoop whoop.
Wait,
No,
what
like
is
with
that?
Stallsworth in it or something. All right, so somebody come up with a good adoption day hashtag with Stallsworth. 40. I'm still a youngin. Well, sometimes I think that.
He's 41.
Sometimes I don't feel it though. Like a buddy of mine said, it's not the years, it's the mileage, Chuck.
Uh-huh.
Whew. It's a
You're
lot of
about-
miles on these bones.
You're about past your you're
And we
past
passed
your
2 hours.
2
All
hour
right, we
mark.
made 2 hours. Y'all want to keep going?
No.
I'll say you go until all your viewers leave.
Okay, well, hope we got another viewer. They keep going up. Seems like the longer we're on, the more we get.
Oh,
People are like, what are these people talking about for this long?
we're talking.
He's catching the top of that heel. Oh, heel. Okay, I couldn't. Your L's and your exclamation points were blurring together there. It's part of old age. My eyes are going.
Mama Bubbles is 58.
58. Only as young as you feel, Mama. That's what they tell us. Chuck's 48. But the stories with the mileage is the fun. That's right, man. They are fun. That's what life's about. Living, making memories.
True.
Wait, what? What's that one thing?
That's why we have kids, so they can
Live-
remember for us.
Oh, no, it's not that. Isn't it live, laugh, love?
Live, laugh, love. Yep, I'm pretty sure we've got that hanging
We
up
have it
somewhere.
somewhere.
Have y'all seen Jess's kitchen? I don't know if you can see this. She's got stuff just hanging, decorations, all kinds of stuff. She's very farm themed here in the kitchen. I know when we moved into this house, we kind of started doing a remodel
I
video.
think we have a blog on there.
We have some up. I don't think we ever did the kitchen when we had it updated. There's a big moo cow. Don't go too fast. You'll make them dizzy.
My thing's that.
Battle wounds and
That
memories.
cow
That's
was
right,
a
Mo.
picture of her.
Mo's got another battle wound now that she's broke her foot. I've still got her beat though. When I broke my leg, I got 2 big scars on the side of my leg. She just got one on top of her foot. Oh, crud. That turns separately from that. Is that a balance thing?
Uh-huh.
She bought me this fancy
Quit shaking.
finagled tripod thing, and it's supposed to be one like you can move around. It holds it steady. But I don't have the batteries in it yet. I haven't learned how to work it. But so it's just kind of got all these little twist and turn gadgets, and it's kind of neat, but it's kind of weird because this phone's just kind of like wobbling here in mid of air.
It's supposed to be really good for broadcasting and things like that.
And
But
like if you're making a video and you're like moving around a lot, it's supposed to keep it stable. But I don't know. We'll see. That's what happened to me too, Mo. Got my tripod at the dollar store. Show us this one. Give me this one.
Give me that
This is
ribbon.
our original, Chuck. This is what we started off with back in the day. Look at this high-tech gadget here.
we tried to get it to work tonight, but
We've
it
lost.
wouldn't.
No, the rubber piece is gone. Like this little thing here doesn't have its rubber piece, so that always wanted to slide out from under it. So she got me this one. I just ain't learned how to work it. But there you go. Fancy gadgets. Yeah, I don't know exactly how Mo did hers. When I broke my foot, I was walking. It was Mari's birthday, like what, 2010. And I was just walking out to the driveway, and in my parents' house, it's on a little bit of a hill, and I slipped, and my foot just got caught right up under me and snapped it right at the ankle. Fractured the ankle bone, broke both the leg bones right at the ankle. Hey, Matt, I'm glad you made it back, dude. We was getting worried about you. And then Mama Bubbles came in and said you were posting our link on another chat, so she'd come in. So we was glad to have that. Thank you for spreading the word, brother. But you missed a lot while you were gone. We had church. Jess was singing. We're talking about battle scars now, injuries. I mean, we talk about anything over here. But we're glad you made it back, man. We're going to try to wrap it up. We've been trying to wrap it up, but it seems like every time we do, something else gets brought up and we start talking some more. So, but we're having fun. Just seeing what's happening. We're just hanging out, man. Living the life.
I'm trying to wrap it up because I'm old and I need to go to bed.
Says the 36-year-old.
True, but I mean, I gotta have my sleep.
She needs her
Yes.
beauty sleep.
No, I don't need
You don't
that.
stay this pretty by staying up all night. Look how pretty just is.
Dad, you say you're tired and you want to go to bed because you have to get up early. So you come tuck us in, then you come upstairs, and when one of us comes upstairs to get something or use the bathroom, you're upstairs playing your Final Fantasy game.
Did y'all hear that nonsense?
It's true.
This boy talks such gibberish.
Some nights.
Some nights I do. I am tired of dealing with y'all.
Yeah, but then you come upstairs.
Can I say that? Oh gosh.
This is great. No drama.
No.
Yeah, we're not drama people.
Drama mama. No, I don't do drama. We're funny and we're loud and we've got a hectic life. But all right, what'd Murphy do? Crushed her arch of her foot more common in football. There you go. You out there playing football in the ice. I did. You did what, Matt? Scars equal stories. Stories are fun. Not really, X says. This has been a blessing. Well, I'm glad you've enjoyed it, Chuck. It's been a blessing here, too. I've enjoyed talking about, our life a little bit, about the girls and our faith, and hearing your story. That was really a blessing. I mean,
It really
I
was,
have
yeah.
just like, I don't know how to describe it, but I just like feel so much closer to you now that we've kind of got some life history behind us, between us, and we know a little bit about each other. And that's what I like. I mean, and it's we haven't done cards tonight. We've mentioned them once or twice, but it's just getting to know each other, and that's what I like about the whole YouTube thing, is getting to know people and learning their stories and just hanging out. It's a good thing. Hopefully we can do some more. I don't know if we can go 2 hours again, but as we get more information on our foster care adoption situation, we will keep you updated now that we've got it out here. Just keep praying for us that things work out, that God's plan, that we get to keep the little booger monsters, and because we wouldn't know what to do without them.
I'll be on the 5th floor.
Huh?
Somewhere.
I'll be under it, so
Somewhere. I'll
What?
be somewhere.
she'll be in the
I'll
crazy
be
house.
somewhere listening. I'll be somewhere listening. I'll be somewhere listening. For my name.
Murphy, next time you come down, you and Jess are going to get on here and sing. We're going to have a concert. Live concert. The Singing Sisters.
How about
Yeah,
the
we definitely
three
will,
singing
Chuck.
sisters?
Somewhere a working.
Somewhere working.
Somewhere working for my name.
I won't be
Praise
working.
Him.
No, I'll have to be medicated.
No, you have desk
Heavily
duty.
medicated. What? Desk duty?
Mhm.
No, she means about the girls. You'll have to come get me. You'll be walking soon. Don't be so dramatic, you big baby. What's up, guys? Fox Bama, what's up, man? Were you going live tonight? I hope I didn't miss it. I know you said you were going to, but we got on here and carried on and got, way. We talked a lot more than what we planned to, man. And I never did get a notification. I had your bell turned on, so I don't know if you went live or not, brother. I hope I didn't miss it.
Take care, my friends.
Thanks, Matt.
Bye, Matt.
Be good, man. Take care down there in southeast Kentucky.
Huh?
Down there in the ghetto. Just got done. Oh, man. You got real emotional? We did too, brother.
We did too.
Things got out of hand, but sorry I missed it, man. I really had planned on coming on. Hopefully things are okay with you, brother.
We've cried, we've laughed, we've
Had a little church.
had church, we've sang, we've done it all tonight.
Done a little bit of everything.
But I think we're gonna call it.
Fox is a healthcare worker. He's out there on the front lines every day fighting it out for us. Appreciate you, Fox. Thank you, Fox. That means a lot, man. You're a good friend too. And just anytime you want to email me or call me, or you got my number now, just give me a holler. We're right here. You sing. You don't want Chuck to sing. Yeah, Chuck, you're gonna have to sing too. We're gonna. Oh, your phone's about to die. Yeah, we're gonna have a night. We're just gonna have everybody come on. We're gonna get that whatever that thing Donald is, whatever that Streamlabs or whatever, where you can bring other people in. Bring other people in. We'll go live together. We'll have us a big old party one night. We'll have us a gospel singing concert. That sounds like fun. I have to figure out how to do that. That would be pretty cool. We can get Kevin come on and preach us a little sermon. It's God's calling. It definitely is, man, because I couldn't handle it. I'm glad.
What does he do?
Works in the hospitals.
Oh, gosh.
I'm not sure exactly what he does, but I know he's a healthcare worker. You are definitely out there taking one for the team, brother.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get Kevin or Donald to come on and preach for us, and then everybody else can sing. We'll have to get in touch with them, see if we can't figure that out. I don't know how to do that stream where you get everybody coming.
I think healthcare professions is God's calling. I think that is for sure.
Yeah, if
God has to place that.
you'd
on
get burned out
YouTube.
real quick if it wouldn't.
I mean, that's the same with with my field, I mean,
Yeah,
I
social
couldn't
work
do
is,
it. I
is
couldn't
a
do it
vicious
without God.
field.
Yeah.
And even before she got into social work, when she was doing
Intervention.
the intervention, that's like she would come home and just tell me these stories about the way these people live and the conditions that they're in. It's sad, man. It's sad out there, brother. Ladies and gentlemen, there's women in here too. You love hearing Kevin preach. He gets going sometimes, don't he? I've never actually heard him do like a sermon. I don't know if he has any of those on his channel. I know he used to do the devotions, but yeah, he gets going on some of them chats when he's doing his other videos, and I like to listen to him. He's a good dude. He's good to listen to. Whew, this is fun. It's just hard to turn it off. Anybody else there? It says we got 6 viewers out there. I don't know, guys. Matt's gone, but I appreciate him sharing us out. Got Mama in here. We could talk to her a little bit. Hope everybody's doing good. Everybody
Love
be
you,
safe
sis.
this
Bye.
week. Be good this week. I watch his church online along with mine, so I've gotten to hear him. Oh, well, I need to check that out. What's the name of his church or his lives? He do it on like Facebook Live, or do they have like their own little channel? I like to check that out. I like to hear him once. I know Donald did like had a video of him at his church once. I think he did a little, I don't know if it was a sermon or he taught a lesson or something, but I watched part of that. It was pretty interesting. Donald's a good dude too. Excuse me. I'll send you the name. I can't remember. Okay, that's cool, Chuck. Yeah, email me that. The Christian ball players. To get into some of this stuff. But her phone is about to die, so we're going to call it for real this time. I mean it. I'm going to keep dragging it out, but I've had fun talking with you people. So appreciate everybody coming by. Give us a like, subscribe, and all that good stuff.
Share us
we
out
can,
there.
We can do this more often. I feel like we've done better with this kind of stuff than the cards. So we can talk to more people and get the word out. We can do some more churching and some more singing and some more praising and just talking about
Roll
life.
Tide, roll.
Get out of here, Bama. Nah, we like you, brother. We're glad you're here. Well, I don't mind Alabama too much. Y'all did steal Damian Harris from us, but that's okay. I was really hoping he would come. But anyway.
Bye, Mama Bubbles.
Glad to have you, Mama. Stop by. See you, Fox, brother. Take care. Chuck, think Maureen done left. Get that blasphemy out of here. He even lives in Tennessee. I don't know where he comes up
Oh
with
my
that.
gosh, really?
Yeah, he lives in Tennessee. He's down there from, where did he say? Sevierville? So he's not. You'll be down there in a couple of weeks.
My dad lived in Sevierville.
Did he?
Madison. Madisonville.
Yeah, you may have known her dad, Chuck. You ever have anybody come do some painting at your house? See, here we go, getting talking about something else again.
What is that kid doing?
What in the world?
That's even worse. I didn't like Tennessee.
Careful what you say about Tennessee. Yeah, I would never. The Vols, yuck. No, I will cheer for Alabama before I'll cheer for the Vols. Yeah.
And now
Are you? What are you talking about Tennessee, Chuck? You a Vols fan? You're not a Vols fan, are you? You're a Chicago dude. Oh, originally from Tennessee. Gosh, we won't hold it against you. Now, Tennessee is beautiful country. And the people down there, man, some of them are
You
okay.
said Tennessee was a beautiful country.
Tennessee is a beautiful country, yes.
You hate.
I don't like the sports team from Tennessee. I don't care to go down there.
My phone's
Ripley.
gonna die.
Okay. Yep, her phone's done. All right, guys, we'll continue this next time. Maybe we'll just get on live and shoot the bull, as they say, some other time. But this has been fun. Fox Bama is an awesome person to hang out with. I believe that, Fox.
I believe it.
I believe that just through and through. I would not doubt that for 1 minute. We need to do it. I'm going to go watch your video, Fox. I'm going to see what you got emotional about. Was it happy emotions, sad emotions? Did you get mad? Did you throw cards? Tell me you didn't damage any cards, man. Come on.
Why can't I ride my bicycle downstairs?
Later, Chuck. Bless you, brother.
Please explain.
Fox, put the paint down. What? Jess's dad used to paint. I don't know if Fox had the paint. I don't know. But her dad used to paint houses and stuff down there. But he's no longer with us, sadly. happy emotional. Some gave me extra for their stack. Oh, good. Well, good, Fox. I'm gonna go check that out. And I'm sorry again I missed it. I had every intention of coming, but we got on here. When did we start this? Like 9 o'clock?
I don't know. It
Like
says
before
2
9 o'clock.
hours
We've been
and
live for
15
2 hours and
minutes.
15 minutes. So we started this at 9, and I was like, we'll have plenty of time to get done before Fox goes. And then we're still going.
But we're getting off here.
Yeah, we gotta go, guys. Bless you. Thanks for stopping in. We will talk to you later.
Give
God
us
bless.
a like, a share,
We'll do this again.
whatever.
What was that?
Subscribe and hit us up if you have any questions.
And we will keep you posted on the adoption situation.
All right, love you all.
night.
Bye.